everybody.
Happy 4th.
The boys are back. As some of the chat is telling us, yes, the boys are back, and we're back with a special guest, our adopted, unofficial third
Our
brother,
baby boy.
The triple joint.
The triple joint.
Yep.
We got Curtis in here this Saturday. So
Not
guys,
Big Greg at Legion's Con. Have you seen so many joints?
I know, right?
Exactly. We gotta let them toes breathe again at Legion's Con, guys.
I told Darla, damn, I forgot. Shit, I don't know if I'm gonna have time now. Maybe I'll go to the shoe store. I told Darla I needed to find a set of shoes that I can walk around with my toes out at CarverCon. That's the goal.
Get the Naruto specials, man. Just get some
I don't know what that is.
You don't watch Naruto with the little toes? They got they look like Converse and they got their toes. I don't know why. They're silly, but
yeah, I need to go find something because my goal is to really get out of my comfort zone. And you know, you can't really knock something until you try it, right? And so my goal is to spend CarverCon toes out.
That's what I'm talking about.
So
it only took us 100 episodes, but listen,
I'm not saying I'm gonna like it, but I'm gonna try it. Mark, as you're sitting there, not being able to join us at CarverCon, you get a picture of me and Greg with our toes out. What are your thoughts if you see that picture?
Rock hard. That's
turgid,
baby.
Turgid.
I want to see those toes interlace, man. Like this. Make the church
open the door to see all the people.
He's gonna call me later. Curtis is like, "Did you have a fungus? Because my toes are itchy now." Son of a bitch.
You might want to go get checked, guys. Just letting you know. You may want to go by Walgreens.
Darla is like, toes out. Look at you.
Yep.
So daring.
He might back off, though. He might back out of it. We'll see.
We'll see.
I need to go to the shoe store this week and find a good set of shoes that allow my toes to be out.
Along those same lines, I will give you two teasers.
Yeah.
For Legion's Con.
Posers?
I am having a very special shirt made.
And
it will feature the face of one of our friends.
Interesting.
Okay. That's all I'm gonna say. Say. I wanted to do it last year and I didn't, and this year I'm making it a point. So before we kick things off on today's show, guys, yes, we are going to be touching on the Legion's Con reveals just real briefly, not a lot, because I wanted to make sure that we kept the show lean today, because with me and Greg and Curtis on here, and we're each doing 10 figures plus an honorable mention or two, that's 30 plus figures. I was like, you know what, this show's already going to be long enough. So I'm stripping out all the make, mark, cry and all the regular segments, and we're going to jump into it, but we will touch on a little bit of the Legion's Con. What was it called? The Necronominus of
Necropolis
or
something
at Duskin Vale or something, whatever that was. Thank you. Yes. We're going to talk about that before
words and reading and
I know. Yeah. So we're gonna get to that. But before we do that, Greg, why don't you say hello to our illustrious chat?
Let's say hi to our people here. We got Chad with Fog and Fantasy. The Saturday just keeps getting better. Thank you, man. I am happy to be here. We got our buddy Mark. Glad we could be part of it. And Ray Paz, the boys are back. Yes, we are. Ray Paz says, happy 4th, Mark and Greg, and Curtis, of course. We got Tyler, Twizzler19. Good morning, everyone. Happy 4th. We got William Houston cursing me out. Greg, man, doing a live during the Mod Squad. What the hell, man? What are you thinking? Exactly. What was I thinking? My bad. Stefan in Bavaria. Pickle D, good morning, my man.
He posted a really cool tutorial this week.
Did he?
Had a video up of like doing some like custom stonework and dio pieces.
So I know I've got like 50 shows and you guys can't watch them all, but we found out that it's actually pickled, not Pickle D. So apparently,
Flash, really?
yeah. So apparently, Darla had said something about it being pickled, and we said something in one of our shows, and he confirmed it. And we thought he was joking at first. He said no. He like it started as it was just supposed to be pickled, but then people just started calling him Pickle D, and he just went along with it. But it's supposed to be pickled.
I had no idea. I stand corrected, Stefan.
So there you go.
I like Pickle D. Is that wrong?
I do too. It what was it last night? Who was it? Somebody said it sounds. Oh, I think it was Blake. Somebody said it sounds like his adult film star name.
Pickle D. That's right. Yeah. Exactly. Pickle
or
and
it could be pickled D. I don't know.
Exactly.
You may be into that. I don't know.
Exactly. We got Bill Veras in the house. Happy Independence Days. We got James
Samudio. Oh.
That's my favorite part. Oh. That's my favorite part. I don't even when he's on a show that I don't even do. I just James Samudio. That's it. There's a little trademark, an audio trademark from Curtis.
That's right.
I won't even.
I love that guy.
Attempt. Jesse Marshall. What's up, Jesse? How you doing?
Hey, has anybody ever seen Jesse Marshall's face? Like, do we know what he looks like?
Oh yeah.
Because in my mind, I get him and Jesse Arnold confused all the time, and it's not until I see Jesse Arnold that I go, "Oh, that's right."
Sir.
I can't.
I know Jesse Marshall's a big guitar guy.
They he was at one of the shows with the PGG boys live, and they did a little video with him like punching Billy in the face and shooting fireballs like something out of Street Fighter.
I remember that.
So yeah, so I distinctly remember Jesse's face now because of that video. So
okay, send me a link because I need to separate them in my mind.
That face.
All
That's right. He needs a face to the name. We got Kevin Dunn. Let's go. A very good morning to everyone. Very good morning to you.
Kevin Dunn bought my first custom painted head sculpt off of my
Kevin
Facebook
Dunn's rad.
So,
nice.
He's Brett's neighbor too. He lives right next door to Brett, almost like a few houses.
Oh wow.
Or in the same neighborhood.
Nice.
Omar says, I can't make it. Got called into work. I will be watching you guys on my long drive. Have a great show. You too, man. He opened his first Mezco this morning. And
that's right.
He was,
I hope the emergency was not due to someone else's fuck up because I know he's been dealing with that a lot lately.
I would be very unhappy about that.
Yeah.
Paul Morales. Hello, everybody. We got Darla. I think somebody knows Darla.
I do. She's right over there.
Hey, Darla. Yeah. Happy 4th.
I got a bone to pick with her because I noticed. Here's my bone to pick.
Stop the show.
She's only in the chat when Curtis is on.
Uh-oh.
I mean, do you blame her? I mean, why else would she?
She does watch all my shows. She is probably my second biggest fan after me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well said, sir. Well said. Well said. But
meanwhile, my wife forgets I have a show until
Me
I tell
too.
her I got to go downstairs to work on
too.
it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that's right, it's Saturday." I'm like,
"Dude, we could have like Jesus Christ on the show, and our wives would be like, "Oh, right on, cool. Yeah, is he popping and swapping, or
yeah?
Does
he work at one of your little doll companies?
He's doing a show with Curtis, or what's?" Yeah. They would not care. They would not care. We got Sig. Don't do it. He's talking about the toes, I'm sure, because you know when atoms collide, when toes collide, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen.
This is the multiversal Curtis that has toes out. So
that's right.
It's like two Voltrons. You know what I mean? We don't know what's going to happen. We could tear a hole in the
space-time continuum.
The space-time continuum. Two mighty toes coming together and interlocking. Dude, we could rule the world. Like YouTube was shut down. We would be oh man, it would be insane.
Dogs and cats living together. Massive
dogs and cats living together. Okay, we got Larry Hodge. What's up, Larry? Check out Larry's show on Saturday. He opened some toys, talked some toys. Really good guy, man. I like that dude. We got Jersey in the house, triple jointed the hard way. That's what I'm talking about. If we did a movie, that's what it would be. And get your parents' permission to see that movie also.
And here I was just trying to enjoy the holiday.
White Fang says he wants to see them toes scissors. Let's see what them toes do. Let's see what them toes be doing. Ray Pest says, whoa, it's that kind of show today. It is, man. We're feeling it. We got Rod the Rican Comics. Rod the Rican. Rod the Rican? Am I saying it wrong, guys? Rod the Rican. Okay, it is. I'm sorry. Welcome, Rod the Rican. I don't think I've seen you in here, and I appreciate you being here. Good morning, community. We got Paul Morales saying what's up to Ray. Pickle says, I go with the Pickle D now. It sounds cooler. It does sound cooler. I agree.
There you go.
I agree. We got J-Mac in the Heezy. Jesse says, Mark, you see me 3 times in person, bro.
See,
he's so handsome that you don't notice. You don't know. Let's see here. You see.
I'm the worst. I am the worst, guys. My memory is terrible. I'm the worst.
And it looks like we got
Benny. See, this is what I was afraid of, is that it was
that's
somebody.
Messed up, man.
Yeah, and texted me one night. He texted me one night and he said, you know what? I think it's time to go back to just being a chef.
He's been talking about it. But you know, I mean, sometimes it's hard to walk away from the money. But your mental health is much, much more important. Benny is in the house also. I feel like your feet people. Yes. What's up, fellas? Got to ton. We'll catch the replay. All right. You ton safely. We're just dirty white boys.
Yeah. I mean, the way things are going right now, I am going to have to start an account on OnlyFeet. And I've already picked my my screen name. It's going to be Lorena Hobbit. So, you know.
There's so many layers to that. That comment by Sig was based on Offworld last night. We were trying to figure out how we can get a black member of Offworld because we don't have one, and we're like,
here we go. All right,
we didn't know
nice show, guys.
We didn't know if we could steal Jay away from Schmerb or if we need to find our own or how it works. And then Sig said that he would volunteer because he's Puerto Rican, to which somebody on the show replied, that's just a dirty white boy.
Wow, bro.
So that's where that comment's
Mark's from. Like, there goes my YouTube. There goes my YouTube.
You know, the one Saturday, I was like, well, we won't get demonetized today because I'm not playing any old clips,
but we are taking applications. If anybody would like to be our black friend on Offworld, we are taking applications. So
somebody's going to be upset because they're going to say that's a DEI hire.
I just can't wait till Jay has to tell Schmerb I can't do a Legion's Kings episode. I'm on Offworld tonight.
Oh, from what I understand, Jay says that every week.
Touché.
I love Jay, man. I love that dude, man. I love that dude. Greg's got the market cornered. I mean, he's got Omar and Jay. So
I mean, total DEI.
100%.
We're the other Latin Legion show.
Yeah, the Latin Legions guys were so nice to me. Like 2 years at Legions Con, they're like, we got to have you on, and I was like, but I'm not Latin. They're like, it's fine, it's okay. I mean, I got invited to the barbecue. That's all I can say. All right, man. Enough of this mess. Let's get on to the Legions Con reveals this week. So Jeremy had a special on Wednesday night. Was it Wednesday night? Talking about the next 2 Legions Cons. Now, again, as they've said before, there is not a Saturday and a Sunday. Just like they did last year, all the figures are going to be revealed for both. They're going to be available both dates, Saturday and Sunday. But these figures will tie, at least cosmetically, into the Crossroads figures that we got last year. Yes, I think that's pretty cool. It's kind of like a little subset of Mythic Legions. And the first one they showed off was what they were calling the Ghost Elves. And 2.0 body here can be male or female. Comes with some extra heads. So with this set, the Legions Con exclusive version, you can make up to 5 different looking figures.
Of course you can.
With all of the heads. So what are your thoughts on the Ghost Elves here?
Real quick, I got a message from from somebody saying that they're in the middle of watching and ads are popping up, and so they're missing parts of the conversation. So I didn't know if you intentionally did that, but I just wanted to let you know so that if we get into our top 10s and stuff, some people might miss some of that. So
Brought to you by
yes. So StreamYard now has the ability to allow you to click. So I think up until about 2 or maybe 3 weeks ago, if your channel was monetized to where ads do play, like Saturday Morning Toy Collector has been monetized for a while now. What I would have to do is people who were watching live during the stream, I would have to, as soon as the stream ends, I would have to go into YouTube and then tell it to monetize for replays. And that's the only way that the show would be monetized, to make a few pennies here and there. But now they've done an update to where you can turn on monetization as you set up your show. So as I'm setting up the show, I now can click, yes, this is a monetized video. But what that does is it does show ads. I didn't know how it worked. And it says, do you want us to be aggressive with ads or passive with ads? Meaning, do you want us to show a lot of ads or very little? And I just put very little. I did passive. So the show is monetized, so I don't have to go and do it after the show is over, but I'm sorry. So it sounds like probably what I need to do is just turn that off completely for the stream and then just do what I did before. After it's over, then go back and turn them on so that when it pops an ad up, it's not cutting out content. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think it would be bad if like it picked back up where it left off. But the
which
problem
is what I think
it
it does when you do it on the replay. Right.
Yeah. But instead it just keeps going, so they might miss something. So I didn't want to fault the show or anything, but I wanted to make you aware just so that nobody misses any content today. So
right. Sorry guys.
But these they look great. I love the different looks. The fact that they used that one that looks like the one Emil painted for Tanya, that one looks fantastic.
Yes,
is that the Lucretia?
Yeah, the Lucretia one with the face paint on it.
I love that.
I don't have a Grisha, and I like this. Yeah, I've been looking for that figure for a while, and I don't have one, but I really like this look. I might just use this as my Grisha. It looks pretty fantastic.
It's probably better than the original.
Well, I mean, for her to be him, debatable. I think it's a her.
I do too.
But for her to be an assassin, like I feel like this is much more assassin looking.
It could be like 2.0 Grisha,
Yeah. Like that's kind of what I'm gonna do is just put this as like my version 2 Grisha on my shelf. So.
I think
this is a great set. I love the idea that they put a female and a male torso in here, so you can do both with it. This is awesome.
They did that too with the just recently, didn't they? With the Vampire Archer for the reinforcements. I think that's cool. Like it gives people more options, more heads. I think Jeremy is really killing it with his choices for Legion's Con exclusives. Revenant and the Nymph were fantastic, and he just upped it with these two sets. So
now, the fact that they work together, that you can take last year's set and mix it with this year's set, and it looks so spot on.
The problem though, and it's a minor problem, but people like my buddy Brian Carr does not like the monochrome. He does not.
I don't either.
And so he's like, I'm good. I don't need it. I think
that
the Draga herd, he was like, okay, I will buy that.
I'm not a fan of the monochrome, but I do like the swappability of the two sets between last year and this year. I do like that they're very customizable. If I was going to get a monochrome figure, I would prefer it to be a $30 Legion builder, not a $60 exclusive.
Valid, yeah.
But it's got a shit ton of parts. So, that's, either, I don't know. I just feel like there's enough value with the parts that even though it's not my style with the monochrome, it's still pretty cool.
Yeah. My favorite out of these.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I think my favorite out of these is the one second from the left, like the female archer with the paint under her
eyes.
That
paint on her cheeks is super cool.
I really like that one. And I was looking, I had a Grisha at one point, but now I don't seem to see it anywhere. I kind of sort of I might have traded it for like a couple of I remember there, I think I might have traded it away at one point. Dang. But yeah, I do like the inclusion of that Grisha head. Like I was thinking about probably only getting one of these, but the Grisha head really made me think, oh, yeah, I'll probably get two. So I can at least have like the
male and female torso means you have to get at least two. Like I think two's the minimum on this. Right. And if you like that Archer build, like they showed where they took the soft goods of last year's Nymph Terrell and put on this, and for an Archer with that soft goods, oh my God, that's fire.
Yeah. That cloak too. That cloak.
Yeah. So I think right after the special, I sent a screenshot where I had marked it up, and I was like, I think I'm getting at least two of these.
Yeah.
Two of these for sure. But not to be outdone, we got a monster for the Ghost Elves to pursue, and that is this awesome pack right here. And with everything that you get, you can build out these 5 pretty distinct looking characters, and this is just beefy, insane.
That fire, that Ghost Rider head is, man. I mean, that's just cherry upon cherry on top.
Yeah,
I mean, for the 2 figures to be as monochrome as they are, and then you throw that one little splash of color in there, and it's like, damn, like like it makes it pop.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
Now, I think when because I was watching this reveal Wednesday night, of course, when it went live, but we also had to drive right down the road about a mile away and go pick up our daughter from Vacation Bible School. So there was a moment where she was either getting in the car or we were getting out of the car. I can't remember where it fell, where they were talking about the human build. And so I missed the information specifically about that figure. Was the point here that they were trying to throw something in there that was sort of like the Revenant because it sold out so fast at the show and then it sold out so quickly online? Was that the idea here?
Yeah. They didn't want to put out the same. They didn't want to just go back into production, but they wanted something similar enough that it would scratch that itch without doing the exact same thing. And I would just say for folks out there that are not a fan of this monochrome and maybe wish they would have done something a little different, go and blame all those Warrior Revenant people that have been just gargling, since last year, because that's why you're getting all this.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Hey, you talk trash, but I am all day long. I love this guy.
Yeah,
all day long.
Yeah,
I gotta say, I do think the Warrior Revenant is a cool figure. I thought the Nymph Terrell was better. I think that thing is so underrated.
I agree with you. Yeah.
So here's kind of like what mine. I have like a custom painted head that I put on mine.
That's nice.
So this guy sort of guards my shelf, but I do have 2 of these. But yeah, like I love that figure. I love the monochrome. I love the almost the all gunmetal color, and then the pops of like white and gray, and then the little hits of brown. I think is great. I'm not a fan of the Gorgo helmet or the antlers. I'm just not the biggest fan of that look.
I'm with you, Mark. I'm with you on that. I like the white paint
job's cool.
The white paint.
But this one, I was like, wow, like that's incredible.
It's gonna stay in the box probably for me.
I think out of these, for me, I like the Minotaur the best. It's not quite like the brute scale Minotaur that I think a lot of us are hoping for soon. But the digigrade legs do add a little bit of height that makes it stand a little taller. Yeah. So the fact that it's a little bit bigger than our past Minotaurs, I really like that.
Yep. Yeah. I think I have that head on a couple. I have like the, not the original Minotaur. I forgot what his name is, but I have
Sterion.
Okay. I have the blue one and I have the red one that came in like the exclusive 2-pack from Legion's Con. So I have a red one and I have I think it's a black. I don't say not the head is blue.
Torion.
Okay, Torion. Yeah. He came on the blue armored one. So I have a
I think
couple of
these two left ones are real Urzaki.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome armor.
Well,
But-
it's like they took, in my opinion, the two most popular figures that were revealed last year were the Warrior Revenant and Urzak.
They did some
And
peanut
it's like
butter
they
and
took
chocolate.
those and mixed them together and made this
Yeah.
like super figure.
Yeah.
As far as
Which
like
is
just
smart.
being brutal, like the armor on here, but from the legs all the way up to the pauldrons is just super brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Savage.
Yeah. These are really, really nice. How many do you
savage.
think you
Not savage.
you know?
I say 2 of this and 3 of the elf for me. 2 of this guy and 3 of the elf.
I out of all of the exclusives that we've seen so far, I like the King Arthur the best, but I'm probably only buying one Merlin, one Arthur.
Yeah, I had that pulled up because these are your 4 exclusives that'll be
I think
at
I like the
show.
Arthur the best, but I don't know that I'm going to buy multiples of it, and I'm not buying multiples of the Merlin. But these other 2, I could see myself buying multiples because of the colors, because of the swapping, because it mixes with last year's sets so well.
I love those red wings though. Not for that figure, but I love the red wings. I think they're
so
cool.
I do think I'm going to get 2 of the Merlin because I really like that secondary build and I want a Merlin for sure. So, 1 King Arthur, I just need 1 of him. I don't need multiples, and then probably 2 of that guy and 2 of the Ghost Elves, and then probably 3 to 4 of these.
Look at you.
Yeah, I really like the
one thing I'm doing right now. I can guarantee is I'm taking those hooves from Merlin and that tail and throwing it on the Minotaur and repainting that head to match the hooves.
See, I was thinking the same thing, Curtis, because I was thinking I don't like the white, but I get because the other arms and the other character, they're white. But I'm like, what if he was like a smoky, like a charcoal or a black? Dude, he would be badassery, dude.
And Curtis, I think if you don't want to paint your white Minotaur head, I think I probably have 2 or 3 of those red heads.
So when Torion was an all-star and he had black arms and legs, which in the customizing world, black arms and legs are like gold because even if you don't paint the joints, you can leave them black as shadows. So black arms and legs are awesome. I bought so many Torions, dude. I've got bull heads coming on my wazoo.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, there
wazoo means butt, people. So
yeah,
right.
Bill says a little late to the party, but wanted to give you a shout out, Curtis. Your Azure brush sets are dope.
Yeah, he was one of the first ones that got him in. But yeah, here we go.
I need a set. I need to get me a set.
They will be at CarverCon next weekend. So, or if you're a member of the channel, you can hit me up and order them directly from me.
How much are those, Curtis? If you don't mind.
There's different pricing at CarverCon next week. It's going to be 25. But if you're a channel member, there's some discounts and stuff, and just hit me up and we can talk about it. Or I've got a show out there that talks about it and stuff. But yeah, 25 at CarverCon.
Mark, I can grab you a set.
Please do, yeah,
because
I definitely need a set.
I know somebody.
Okay, great. Omar says 2 Arthur, 1 Merlin, and then 4, maybe 5 each of the others.
Big baller.
Man.
He's going ham right there. Ham.
And we also have to remember we don't know what the armory is going to be.
We're hoping it sucks because yeah.
I mean those boxes that they have hold 12 figures and he's got 11 listed there. So he's right at a case of exclusives.
So let's do this real quick because this would be fun. Instead of saying what we really, really, really want the armory to be, what could the armory experience be that would suck for us so bad that we would just be like, okay, I'm not buying anything. I'm good. I get to skip. I know that's kind of antithetical to what we do with
bitch.
Cosmic Tusk.
Just when I thought me and Greg are melding today, we're talking about interlocking our toes.
I knew that was gonna. I knew.
And
that
then
was
this guy's like, he's like, "No, you're getting a little too close to me. Let me push you away. I'm gonna shit on your tusk for a second." Yeah.
No, but that's a good idea, though. I mean, he's like, we all like, we hope it sucks, so that what
I would say anything bear skin. I'm bear skinned out.
I like the bear skin stuff.
Like if we didn't have that $10 pack 2 years ago that I bought fucking 20 of,
right?
Because the longest time we had no bear parts. Like it was like people were buying Torgans for $120 to tear apart to make barbarians out of. And we had no bear parts, and then all of a sudden they put out this pack for $10.
Yeah,
we buy a shit ton of them, and then the next year they're like, "We're gonna do an armory that's all bear parts."
Yeah, and Gaspar too is a good bear skinned. Or goblin for me probably. I mean, I like goblins, but I'm not like a crazy goblin person. So
I don't think that we'll ever get a. Like there's been people like, what if we got an all goblin armory or all that? But I think they could easily have something that would allow you to like you could do something that would have some goblin parts, some dwarf parts, some, whatever, like to where you could make whatever you wanted to. Right. Because they've done enough now. Like you've got females that are on 1.0. You've got goblins that are on the dwarf scale, which is technically 1.0. So you could do a 1.0 armory that would have dwarf parts, goblin parts, female parts, to where you could basically make whatever you want.
Right.
So
I think, and I know that our good buddy Brett would probably trip me or push me down a flight of stairs, but if they did like an all skeleton armory builder, like it's like you picked like every part was like different skeleton colors, like red or black or gray or whatever, I would just pass it. I mean, unless there's armor and weapons and stuff like that I really wanted. I am kind of skeletoned out. I've got so many, like I have enough skeletons for me. Like I don't, if I like whatever was revealed recently where they're like, it was Reinforcements 3, right? Like there was like an all skeleton build. I was like, I get to skip that. Like I know that's probably going to be dope, but I'm
good for one, but
yeah.
But
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. All right. Well, we got through that. We got through it. Let's get into basically our main and only topic today.
Let's do it, baby.
Wait. Let me do this real quick because I almost forgot. Where.
You're not gonna make Andy cry or nothing, man. You've been on a roll. You've been stumping him. You've been stomping him into the dirt.
Also, I don't want to tell you, your itinerary, but were we gonna mention the Facebook group? Oh yeah, go ahead. The one.
So I want to talk you. So Greg, you're going to be. Curtis is going to be. Everybody's going to be. Most of everybody's going to be next weekend. CarverCon in Newark, Ohio. Where Steve is going to be with Articulated Empire. Please go by there and buy everything he has, so he doesn't have to load it all back up. He and his lovely family. You guys are going to CarverCon. You want to talk about that real quick? Can you guys plug it?
Go
talk
ahead,
about what it's like, what it's going to be like, and like what kind of vendors are going to be there.
I think I want to make sure that I taper people's expectations and stuff. So I think it's going to be the largest collection of Legions fans outside of Legions Con. If you can't make it to Legions Con and like this is your version of Legions Con, I think you're going to be happy with the people that you see and hang out and have fun and family and all that kind of stuff. I don't know,
especially in the Midwest.
Yes.
Especially in the central, U.S. Like if you're West Coast and you're like, I don't want to go all the way to the other coast, halfway.
Yeah, but for folks that maybe have not gone to like MesquiCon, I think it's going to be similar to that, where it's going to be a lot of the vendors buying from each other.
Yes.
I don't think there's going to be a ton of foot traffic. I don't think there's going to be like Legions Con where you got this like row of people that is just waiting in line to get to a table. And like, you're not going to see that. Like it's going to be a lot of kind of people moseying around, bouncing from table to table.
Buying from each
other.
got
this, you got that. Let's make a trade. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. But if you're going as a vendor expecting to get rich, you might want to change those expectations, because I don't think that's what this kind of show is. It's going to be great. But
yeah, and then Brian Lynn, who started it, right? Like this is his baby, and it was all about. It kind of came from Carver Customs. So, like, I understand from what I understand, like his goal was to create a venue for like other like creators to come in. Like, so if you do diodes, if you do lighting, if you do soft goods, if you make custom heads, armors, weapons, things like that, like that's going to be kind of like an environment for you. So. Kind of like if that's kind of like what you're looking for and to purchase, this is going to be a spot for you.
Greg?
So it did that question that you asked, Mark. It did occur to me also, because I'm bringing like not anywhere near articulated Empire, but I've got like a variable thing of toys that I'm bringing, and I'm like, is anyone going to buy this stuff? Like, I know it's a creative, where there's going to be a lot of customizing and a lot of creative stuff. So I did ask Brian. I'm like, hey, I asked him last night on the Legions chat thing. I said, hey, how do we? Is there going to be other people? How are you getting this out there? And he said that he's been posting in other toy groups in the area in the Midwest. So I'm hoping. And then he said he's also going to be on the news. So I guess there's a news station that's coming out. Big news for Newark, Ohio. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that. I'm afraid of what Curtis said because that could be just us, stroking each other. But I'm hoping that it's other people coming, that we have, a big group or people will make treks. I know, my man Blake is going to be there. There's going to be a lot of amazing people there, but it would be great to have other fans that maybe don't know anything about, Mythics or whatever, and they're coming to just peruse. It's something to do. It's something in Newark to check out. So it'll be awesome.
A couple years ago during the first IshCon, I think it was similar to what I'm talking about, where like you don't really know. It's the first time this con's happening.
Right.
There were some people that came cross country to vend and stuff, and then it ended up being a lot of folks just buying from each other, right?
Right.
I think you're going to see a lot of that
in a circle, and
it's still going to be fun. You're still going to hang out. You're going to have lots of great conversations, all this and that. I just don't know that you're going to necessarily see the foot traffic on the first year of this. Now it's probably going to continue to grow and get bigger and all this kind of stuff.
I agree.
But if you go with the expectation that you're going to have fun and meet a lot of great people, that's a great expectation. If you're going thinking you're going to get rich, you might want to just kind of
because MuskyCon, it was just fun. It was like connecting.
It's a great time.
You maybe sell a little bit and you go and you browse and you see people and hugs and all that stuff. It's fun.
It might just be the biggest draw to Newark, Ohio, outside of the world's largest basket.
Hey man, they're taking a picture next to the basket on Sunday morning, so don't be ripping on the basket.
Yeah, that's their biggest.
It's a 7-story. It's a 7-story office building in the replica of.
That's insane. That's my lunchbox.
I would be remiss if I didn't say like Brian has put a ton of work into this. It's been like 2 years in the making. So like 4 years ago or whatever at this point when they had the last PowerCon there in Ohio. Four Horsemen came out. They were the biggest draw by far of that convention. People out the door waiting for it. There was people hanging out. They went and, you had these like pictures of people having dinner with like 40 people at a table and all this kind of stuff. Great time. And then whatever happened with Val, and, you didn't have it. And he's like, oh, we're going to postpone 1 year and then not the next year. And it just kind of kept going. And so Brian was like, man, we really need like a mid-year con, and I would really like to be in Ohio. And so I know a bunch of folks in Legion's chat were encouraging him to like, well, do something, put one on, make it, and then, he did. He went out and looked at venues and saw what it would take. And he did like this little teaser in the Cabal, like just kind of showing the area, not even telling what it was. And people immediately started signing up. He recruited a bunch of people that have never vended at a show before, people that have never been to a show before, that he's got coming in to like show off their stuff. And he's put just a crap ton of work into this. So, if you're in an area that you can get to that convention, you're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a great bunch of people. Really want to support Brian. And I think it's going to be the one that at the end of the year, you're not going to want to say that you missed out on CarverCon because, some other whatever that you could have avoided. Now, if you can't afford it, you can't do this and that, that's totally understandable. But if you can make it there, want to make it there.
Absolutely. Well said.
All right. Well, let's dive into so
Greg
being
had
said, everybody in the chat. Oh yeah,
Greg
go ahead.
had mentioned this the new Facebook group that we started.
Yes.
Just want to quickly touch on that if I can.
Sure, go ahead.
So we've got a new group. It's called Legionarium Hall of Heroes, and it is really to honor any folks that we've lost in the community. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they had to collect mythic legions. They don't have to have been in the cabal. It's just, we're getting, listen, guys, we're getting to an age where some of us, we're not going to be around forever, right? And if you've got somebody like that you miss, it's a place. We've got albums set up for different folks, and anybody can create an album, or they can work with me to create an album. And you've got folks in there that are sharing pictures, sharing stories, sharing screenshots of conversations they've had with these folks. Any way to kind of remember these folks in the community. We've also got another project going on with it that I can't really talk too much about right now. I will have some more details on, but I can tell you I got some great folks that are working with me on it. I got Patrick Boyle and Noah Pratt and Anthony Houseel and Dusty Standiford and Jesse Arnold. It's Dirk Nagel. It's going to be a really cool thing to remember these folks for, obvious reasons. We hope that the hall stays small for a while, right? We don't want to be adding more people to it. And
we never find ourselves in it.
Yeah. But somebody had asked, like, what do you need to do to earn your spot in the hall? Like, what, like, do you have to have done something or this and that? And here's the thing, folks. If a person we've lost is missed by even one person, they should be in the hall. So if you're out there, maybe they didn't go to shows, maybe they weren't in the cabal, maybe the only person they knew in the community was you, and you miss them, set up an album, talk to me, we'll set up an album, and let's put them in the hall and let's remember them. So
absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you bringing me that. All right. Yeah, absolutely. Hats off for the work there. All right. So let's get into it. Let's get into our top 10 figures of the year so far, because not only is it the 4th of July, as Curtis is reminding us with his t-shirt choice today. There we go.
Didn't even plan that. That's awesome.
Didn't even plan it. Just a shirt I was wearing for Saturday.
Yeah. This is the part of the show, though, where Curtis says, do we do honorable mentions first or do we do it after? Because every year he asks that. Are we doing honorable mentions first?
I say we always do them first because they're under 10. If they had been any better, they would have been number 10. So let's go ahead and kick things off. I only have one honorable mention, Curtis. One or two?
I got one.
One. Greg, you got two. Won't you kick us off, and then we'll circle back around to you. So you kick us off.
This figure definitely would be in top 10, but I had too many of this line in there, so I had to bump her off, and I'm not happy. She's not happy. But honorable mention to Dagna. I am in love with this figure. I've got 7 of Dagnas.
Wow.
And if anyone wants to trade, I might take one more maybe. So
nice.
Hit me up. I
like how he's like, if anybody wants to trade, he's not offering you one of his 7. He's
no.
No, but he might be willing to trade the male torso for another female torso.
Maybe.
If you're one of those male dwarf guys and you got an extra female torso.
Yeah, I love this. I love this figure.
I am a dwarf guy, and I wish I had a female torso. I would just
never leave the house.
Day,
right?
Never leave the house, guys.
Yes,
the exile
Dagna. But I don't know the guy's name. Dagna and other dude.
Well, the other dude is basically 3 dudes, right? Like it's Kevin and Anthony and Chris Ferrone.
Oh, okay.
Other dude.
I didn't know that they were.
They're. If you look at the bio, they're mentioned in there. So
I should have read.
Isn't one of the heads the repaint for the head that they did for somebody that we lost in the community?
That was the bonus head that was available in the all-in or from retailers. Is the Justin Johnson head? Yeah,
that's right.
Omar, we're already making deals here. Omar, we'll talk, buddy. I got my 8th Dagna number 8.
8, 9, and 10 sounds like. Okay, so
I
Curtis,
think what we
you wanna hit
learned
us
today
with
is that Greg likes his women short and thick. So
doesn't everybody? I
Right?
mean,
She's
do we
a
go into me
brick
next for honorable mention?
house.
that toilet seat ain't loose. Don't come to my house.
Woo!
We hitting me next for honorable mention.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Loose Collector Bigfoot. I don't have the other two; they look great as well. This I really thought this was gonna make my 10, but it just slipped out.
Got bumped.
But this thing, for as big as it is super articulated. It moves awesome. It's just a chunky, cool figure. You could sleep with this thing. You could take it out on adventures.
Yes.
You could beat a bandit over the head that's breaking into your house with it. Whatever. But this thing's awesome. So
My
Mark, what was your
honorable mention.
Okay, yeah, because we went out of order, I think. So I went.
Yeah, no. We're fine. We're going.
we're going
counterclockwise.
apparently, I didn't know that either, Greg. But I'm just going with the flow.
Yeah, it's like whatever.
My honorable mention is a figure that I've left on my on one of my workstations here in the office all year since I got it, and I look at it from time to time and still cannot believe that I am looking at a Marvel Legends retail figure, and that is the brown suit Wolverine with the head from the previous Wolverine. They did give you the mask down in the back, but it does not come with this head. But I look at this figure on my desk from time to time, and I seriously look at it and go, I can't believe this is a Marvel Legends figure. Like, it looks that good. Like, it is a great, might be the best Marvel Legends action figure I've gotten all year. If I was doing a Marvel Legends top 10, this is clearly number one. I don't think anything.
It looks Mafex quality.
It does. Yes. The proportions. I don't know what they did on this figure, but the proportions are just perfect. Like, he looks great. It does not look like a mass market. Yeah, and the head sculpt's really good.
Really good. Yeah.
It's probably the best Hugh Jackman license they've ever hit us with. I just love it. It almost was on my top 10, but something else bumped it off. So that's my honorable mention. All right, Greg, you got one more HR?
Yes,
so
one
let's
more.
do it.
Skeletron, just great figures. You could plug in any one of the three as honorable mention. Great figures. If you're on the fence, pick it up. If you like Monster Force, Valaverse, Classified, it's basically the same kind of build, but these are just awesome kind of fantasy.
That's the 6-inch one.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah. They're just fun. The helmet comes off. It's a great figure. Yep.
All right. So, Greg, sticking with you.
Hasbro doesn't know how they did it either.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Right. That's a good one. They're like, we don't know how we're doing.
They'd definitely repeat the quality if they knew what the hell happened. We just lucked into a great figure.
Yeah. Let's see. Elric doesn't make their list because they didn't get to buy one. Yeah. So let me give you a little bit of Elric news. Can I give you a little bit of Elric? A little bit of an Elric
Scooper?
Elric update?
Scoopy scoops?
An Elric date?
Because yesterday I did about almost a 2-hour interview with Rob Post. It'll be coming out on Monday. And,
it'll be posted on Monday.
It'll be Rob posted on Monday, and
Clever.
He says that they have held back some Elrics for their 3 remaining shows for the rest of the year. That being Wonderfest over in China, the biggest toy show in the world. It will be at Titans Toy Expo in October in Nashville, and the Toy Unity show same weekend as Legion's Con in New Jersey, Legion's Con weekend. And for the next 2 shows that will be in the US, so Titans Toy Expo and Toy Unity, there will be Elrics available, and they will be on the reservation system. So that does mean you have to be there in person to pick them up. So if you're wanting one and you're in those areas, you can register for one and be sure to get your hands on one. It will not be a try your luck situation. So, so there are some avenues of getting an Elric, but yes, after that, when their stock is depleted, it's depleted. Also, here's a thing. If there was a figure that you really wanted that you missed out on, let's just use Elric as an example, okay? As a little side tangent here real quick. But the box was damaged. Would you still buy it?
Hell yeah. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because
Rob
Rob
says
says
you're an inbox collector, but those people are weird. They're a little weird anyway.
So Rob shared with me that they have a few boxes, a few cases of Elric that they don't know what to do with because the boxes are damaged. And he's like, I don't know. Should I put them up on the store and sell them? I'm like, are you nuts?
I would make a mention of it, but you don't even need, like, some companies, like let's say you did that with McFarlane DC, you would have to mark it down, right? Like, or has
Sure.
with Elric, I guarantee you put that up there at the price that it was already at and say box is damaged, figure's fine. Those things are gonna fly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby does it on Action Force. Like, he's got a whole section of, because the blister
Wounded
cards
Warrior.
are coming off the, it's called Wounded Warrior. It's a great thing to do because they're discounting the figure $5-10. There's
I don't even
nothing
think
wrong
you
with
need
the
a discount. I mean, with that figure,
With
it's so
Elric.
hot. I don't think you need a discount. You
Right.
just let people know. Just make sure that they're aware. They know what they're getting, so you don't get the trolls afterwards going, "Oh, I bought that, waited forever, and then I bought it, and it came." You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Throw it on there, and you're good.
I said, dude, I told him, I said, mark it cursed and put it up on your website. Are you kidding me? Let's do it. All right. Greg, why don't you kick us off number 10? We'll keep the counterclockwise going.
Ready? Number 10 was Curtis's Honorable. I got the Skooks. This, how much this guy weigh? It got to be like 5 pounds.
73 pounds.
I don't know. It's at least a couple pounds for sure.
It's like Westigway size right here, man. This thing is. Look at these great feet.
It's this.
And they got
it's one Gwesagway tall.
That's right. AKA 4 apples tall. Just a great figure. You got 3 different choices: white, black, or the brown one. But super articulated. Like, you could get them in Indian style. And I'm not trying to sell the figure, but just super articulated. A lot of fun. This is my number 10.
All right.
I recommend.
Man, we have done is honorable mention and one number 10.
I know. I was thinking that.
How much do you guys think alike? This is dope. I love it.
So I saw a comment in there from Omar about me losing points because the Bigfoot was my honorable mention and not in the top 10. But some of the top 10 is fire. Some of it is nostalgia. This one is nostalgia for me. Some people have heard on different shows and stuff, when I would go spend the summers with my grandparents, they tried to conserve water. They were on well water and stuff. And they so we had bath time my grandpa would take a bath. The water would stay in there. My grandma would take a bath.
Ooh,
then my uncle took a bath. And then when I'm visiting for the summer, I got the last bath. Same bath water.
I see little Curtis spitting the water out like swimming around.
It was cold, murky, and if the bathtub is yay tall, you had this much water. It's not good.
Did it smell like sulfur?
I don't know. I don't remember a smell. I just remember being freezing cold and murky with all the soap water and stuff. And so I had to keep my mind occupied so where I'm not so I needed a toy. And this was my toy. This was the guy. I mean, obviously, this is the classified version, but Wetsuit was my dude, man. If I needed to keep my mind off of the cold, murky, used bathwater, Wetsuit kept me going. And so this thing, man, classified killed it. This thing is awesome. I absolutely love this figure. So for nostalgic reasons, and because they just did such a great job, Wetsuit makes my number 10. So
you may have stayed in the tub even longer just because
exactly. Exactly.
I remember
I would try to slip on a little bit of hot water just to kind of warm it up a little bit, and I hear my grandma yelling from the next room, "Don't run that water!"
I remember about my wife and I we've been together 25 years, and the first year that we drove to Florida because we didn't live here at the time, and we visited her grandparents' house, and they had well water, and it smelled just like eggs. Like it was egg water. It was that like thick sulfur. And I remember the first time I got up and I turned the water on to brush my teeth and that smell came out. And I asked Pam, I was like, "What's that smell?" She goes, "Oh, that's the water." And I go, "Nope." And I turned it back off and I went in there and I brushed my teeth with Pepsi.
Drive, nice.
Oh, God, I love it.
No way. Not doing it. So now that's the thing with us. Anytime we smell eggs, I'm like, "Man, something smells like your grandma's water."
Damn, your grandma's something.
Yeah. I love my classified collection. Still growing. I could have very easily and almost did for my nostalgia pick. I almost included Jedge Classified Series Lifeline because for whatever reason, he was one of my absolute favorites when I was a kid, and they finally made him this year.
He looks cool.
And I just love that figure. It's so good. Like, whether or not it's, medic accurate, I don't care about that. Like the figure itself is just one of my favorites. I love the color scheme. The red and white. It's just brilliant.
Classified is hitting on all cylinders. And I think a good portion of that, you have to credit Bobby for pushing them. Competition does push it. I mean, look at Hasbro's also doing the Black Series, and they got no competition there, and it's dog shit.
Right.
So,
that line is terrible. It makes me so sick. And the way that they go about releasing their Black Series figures is infuriating, because what they'll do is they'll go like 4 months without a single freaking new release, and then they'll drop 20. And I'm like,
or they'll give you a figure you want, but they'll package it up with another figure you don't want that you have to buy too.
Hostage figures. I hate hostage figures. Hasbro's
hostage. I like that. I've never heard that. That's good.
Oh my God. Yeah. They're holding my figure hostage. I have to buy this other I have to pay this ransom figure price to get the one I want. Yeah. They're notorious for that. Just look at their Gamerverse 2-packs they do. Every single one of those figures was like, I want that one and I will get rid of that one. I want that one and I'll get rid of that one. Like every 2-pack was like that.
Yeah.
Oh, they make me angry. Okay. Let's see. That was your number 10. My number 10 is probably going to be a surprise. I don't think many people are going to see this one coming, but let me make sure. I'm going to have to read it because I don't think I'm going to get the name right. This is the Nammu Studios Alpha 3.0 T-Rex, King T-Rex. I absolutely love this thing. I don't know what scale the Nammu Studios stuff is, but it is super articulated. It's way more articulated and painted than anything Hasbro is doing. And I was watching the review when I went to pick this guy up. I was watching the review on Nostalgia Unboxed, and he had paired it with, and don't ask me what scale this is, but the Jada Toys Jurassic Park. And they scale so perfectly together that this stays on my desk. Like every day, like I'll turn the car over, or I'll have him like picking it up and like biting it. This is a figure. The reason I decided to put it on look at these hips, man. Look what them hips be doing. The reason this is on my top 10 list is because ever since I bought this figure, I can't get it off my desk. I can't take it off of my desk. I literally play with it and pose it almost every single day. And Nammu Studios, let me get him to stand up, had this little thing as well for like $20. And it is, it came flat, and you have to like thread all these little wires. It's like bendy wire.
That's
and
cool.
So it's like he stands next to it, and it's got like the little like sensors at the top, and so like you could tell that so I have this as it's almost like a little makeshift.
You do some toy photography with that. That would be cool.
Yeah, man. So this was like a 1999 like add-on piece. So I just grabbed this, and then I have this guy in front of it, and then the car, and I think that car was like $7 or $8 on Amazon or something like that. So. Wow. I literally play with this thing every day, and I think it was like $80 or $90 from like the Paleo art store, but I just absolutely love this thing. It's incredible. And I know that the guy from Creative Beast Studios, Chris, the big guy,
Chris Chaotic.
Chris Chaotic, like he and I have like raved about this before. Like I when I bought it, I asked him at a show, I was like, did you get it? He goes, oh yeah, man, I love that thing. Because, you know, it's more movie accurate and less scientifically accurate. So it's pretty close to the Jurassic Park paint scheme, even though it may not be like super scientifically accurate the way Creative Beast strives. But yeah, anyway.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's my number 10.
One round in. Feel free to score us in the chat.
Do I mess with Creative Beast Studios? I don't know if you guys can see it, but I got the big Arctic dino right back there, the big dragon, and I've got a bunch of velociraptors as well, Ray. So yeah, I mess with them hard. They're good stuff.
Number nine. Who's starting? Me?
It's you.
Me and then Curtis. Okay. Number 9. I love this studio. I have their first wave of female gladiators, and these new ones are just as great as the old ones, probably a little bit better. So Excess Ray Studios Cassia. I don't have Berenice yet. I'm looking forward to getting her, but this is my number 9. And yes, Omar, I do leave that helmet on because you take it off and she's got that sad hate my life kind of why me, depressed. So leave that beautiful helmet on. And I love the purple. Great figure. Recommend.
I've not gotten mine in yet, but I'm looking forward to it. She looks great.
I just opened mine this week. It's really good.
Number 9.
Omar says keep the mask on.
Number 9.
I knew he was
going to say down to show you. I do have one of their velociraptors, man, and I love this colorway, by the way. This based on a Roadrunner.
Number 9 for me is my favorite cosmic release this year, and that is High Lord Kryn. This guy is freaking cool. I love the kind of yellowish brown color scheme. I love this soft good piece. This like wasteland scarf thing is just fucking awesome. So yeah, I really dig this dude. So
he's incredible.
And that paint job on that head, like that is crazy. Like,
have you popped that off and put it on any mythics by chance?
I haven't, but I've seen some people that have it, dude. It's just great paint job, great figure. That's it. That's my favorite cosmic. I don't think it gets talked enough about.
What's the body? What is that? Is it tusk chest or?
Yeah, it's a tusk body. That you say you hate so much.
No, I just wanted you to shill for tusk a little bit more.
Yeah, no,
it looks
really
good
cool.
though. I like the color, and that the soft goods really help the tusk.
I think the soft goods make this thing. It does give it that Mad Max like wasteland vibe. And it just, you can create so much movement with those wired soft goods. That C. Jessam did an awesome job on those. So
well, I love that with Four Horsemen and Cosmic that they're going in different. You know, you could have space Cosmic, you could have wasteland Cosmic. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you got different variations of sci-fi. It doesn't have to be just in outer space. So I like where they're going.
Greg, that was the wave that was unveiled at IshCon that we met up and saw, where our wives were sitting behind us laughing every time we go,
at us.
So that wave's always special to me. I know.
I always tell my wife that. Like, remember that?
Yeah.
We might go next year. We're thinking about it.
My number 9 is a nostalgia pick for me, 100%, like your wetsuit was. This was a figure that I was hoping that Super 7 would get to in the Silverhawks wave, but I didn't know if they were going to make it that far, because this was when Super 7 was like, we're going to get rid. We're ditching the Simpsons, and like, we're going to have to do something different with the Ninja Turtles. And so it was just like, I don't know if they're ever going to get here, but this was absolutely, as a kid, one of my favorite Silverhawks, and that's Flashback. Now, I don't know if we're ever going to get like a highly chromed out green chrome version. If we do, I will most definitely buy it for sure, because I just absolutely loved this guy. For some reason, he was just different to me. His mask was always on. It never came off like the rest of the Silverhawks. This was just how he always looked. And he had this really cool thing where he would do backflips, and he could rewind time when he did backflips or fly backwards in space, like flips. I don't know. I can't explain why I loved him as a kid, but this is my nostalgia pick. And I was so happy that they made it to this point in the line. And I can die happy now. I got a flashback figure.
Very cool.
That's my number 9.
That's number 9 for everybody. Score us in the chat.
Yeah. Number 8. Number ocho. Whenever they have a iteration or version, mute that chair, boy.
I'm sorry.
Chair.
Man,
my God.
He's gonna start opening packaging into a mic next.
Still.
Meanwhile, a minute ago, he had the Western up so loud that I thought. But now I'm gonna get grief for my squeaky chair.
Sir.
Okay,
I'm sorry. Touche.
No, I love.
We're like an old couple. I love you, man. I buy
some
all
oil on that chair.
I buy all iterations of this character. He's my favorite Marvel character. We've been talking about Hasbro a little bit. Their Marvel Legends line is definitely up their game, because I think it's really competitive for toy dollars right now. And this figure is my number 8, Daredevil. It's just so damn good. Love this.
Yeah.
Mark, did you use your the Luma toys? Did you use it for this figure, or did you do it for the Mafex or the CT?
I used it for
because I think they're small.
Yeah, I used all the stuff for Mafex and CT toys. His hands are just a little too large to hold that stuff. It just kind of like falls out.
Some big hands.
Yeah, I don't think they didn't design it for Marvel Legends, so that's understandable.
Rick Emmert, he painted the lines off of the character, and then he highlighted the D, so it looks really good. But I love the kind of the throwback to the Secret Wars. So
yeah, those lines, and much like the tech they used in the 80s, Hasbro only puts the lines on the front of the figure.
It's so weird, it's so lazy, but I dig it.
Like,
man.
There's the back of the figure. Well, we're not painting that.
And I love the little
Nobody's
radar.
gonna see that anyway.
Little radar thing is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, we're all tied at 10 points each, man. By White Fang.
Yeah.
Thanks, White Fang. Yep, that's my number 8, guys.
So my number 8, I was never a big like arcade gamer guy. Like I could not mash those buttons and do the combos, and like I would get my ass kicked. But when I did, if I played Street Fighter, I would play this dude here, and Jada killed this. Like this thing is so good. The effect, the movement, the articulation. I've had a couple other Jada figures, not Street Fighter. I had like the Mega Man and something else, but this thing is so good for the price point. Yeah, just killing it. So
yeah, that's a fantastic figure.
Yeah, I love it. So there you go. There's the Balrog from Street Fighter, Jada toys. So
Storm Arena just showed off recently, about 2 weeks ago or maybe a week ago. I can't remember, their Balrog, which is getting ready to come out. Same price point. And man, he looks great. Like he looks good too. He looks like the cabinet art, like on the side, like his head's shaped a little differently. It's really dope. So I know this is going to be much higher on Greg's list than it is on mine. But this is just absolutely like a complete like engineering achievement for this figure, and I absolutely love it. And that's going to be the Elric of Melnimene from Harbinger Studios. Just from the soft goods to the fully armored figure, the way it's articulated, the way that it can articulate it in with all of this armor, everything it comes with, the different heads. I mean, this thing is just absolutely beautiful. I can't say enough good stuff about it. This figure is
a banger,
an absolute banger. And I think it's going to be on a lot of people's top 10 figures of the year list. So
I think if it wasn't as good as like people are saying it is, I don't think the hype would be what it is. But I think people in hand, like with Dork Layer's review, like people like, damn, this figure is really good, guys. So I think that even makes it even more, because people didn't really know the character. They didn't read the books, maybe they didn't really know who it was. So like, you know, it's a cool looking character, but then when you get these reviews saying, guys, this is a great figure, and then that, you know, FOMO starts kicking, like, oh man, I should have pre-ordered it, and it turns in, and then the scalpers, they start smelling that money, and
yeah.
Can
I mean, Rob and I talked a lot about it, about why yesterday, why he thinks that it sold as well as it did. And he just said that it was just kind of like a confluence of a bunch of things. He's like, you know, for Savage collectors, it was our first like fully armored head to toe character. It was also coming off the fact that they had just delivered a whole bunch of other characters, other figures that they were kind of like still riding the hype from. The high from buying new Savage figures. For non-Savage Crucible collecting people, it was a character that's been the first time in, you know, action figure form, you know. So there was just a lot of things. He also said that for people who thinks that we underproduced this figure, he said it was the highest number of production figures, the highest produced figure that they had made to date. They'd made more of that figure than any other figure they've made so far. He's like, so we made more than we thought we would need, and it still was just not enough, you know, to meet the demand. And he's like, for anybody out there who thinks that we're not trying to figure this out, he's like, if you have figured out a way for demand to meet production, let us know. He's like, we would, you know, you'll be making billions. What you got, buddy?
Can I rant for a second?
Go ahead, jump in here.
Listen, people that know me know I've had my own, let's say, issues with Rob, right, and that toy line, but we've squashed all that. And I would say, if you're one of these people that is upset because it sold out so quickly, and you're going on boards and you're complaining about this and that, it was an open pre-order. You got nobody to blame but yourself. And I don't even want to hear the, well, you know, maybe money was tight, this and that, because it was also open for pre-order from retailers that did not require you to put anything up. So, you know, if you had an open pre-order from them, you had an open pre-order from retailers, then you had an in-stock trial, and you still didn't get this thing, dude, at some point you got to look in the mirror and go, maybe it's not the toy company, maybe it's not scalpers, maybe I just made a poor decision. Right. And then you got to live with your poor decision.
Right.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Another thing too is, I don't know if people know this or not, but on Savage Crucible, they have two ways to pre-order stuff. You can pre-order at full price, or you can pre-order for a $5 down payment. I only pre-order stuff with them for a $5 down payment, and it's called a deferred pre-order. So I'm paying like $5 now, and I'll defer the rest when it comes in. I think it was up for about 40 days on their website, and then I don't know how long it was up on retailers like Big Bad Toy Store and other places until it sold out. Rob has a really good answer. He's like, when people come up to the table and they're like, but I didn't know about you a year and a half ago when that went up for pre-order, and he goes, well, I didn't know about you either. And I think that's, I mean, like, you're expecting, you know. Yeah, they're like, now, I mean, he's like, people expect me to have known that they were going to want it, but they don't expect themselves to know that we existed. He's like, you can't please everybody. So I think that I want everybody to go and watch this interview that I did with Rob, because he talks about this extensively, and he talks about how, and we've heard Jeremy say the same thing before with Mythics, that one of the reasons they don't go back into production and reproduce something is because the number of people that are demanding it to be reproduced are far less than the number that they have to produce to go back to production. Like, so production facilities will have like a minimum quantity that's needed. He says for Elric, that was like 3,000. So if you've got like, you know, 300 people demanding the figure, and I have to go make 3,000 of them, he's like, then I'm sitting on 2,700 figures that I don't know if I'll be able to move or not. And maybe I'll be able to move some of those, but not all of them. And so he's like, it's just not It's not worth it. And we've heard other toy companies say the exact same thing.
Well,
Like
and you
Jeremy
get
said,
people
it
that
doesn't do as well.
You get some people that'll just squawk, but then when it does come back
Right.
up, they also don't pull the trigger.
Right.
So that's the other thing. Like it could, just using your example, let's say there's 300 people complaining about it and you need 3,000. Those 300, it's not a guarantee that they would even buy it. So that 300 may turn into 150 in sales when you need 3,000 to make the figure. So
because when it came back in, something else was due, or my car broke down, or whatever. There's always going to be a reason. There's always going to be a reason, and it's understandable. But we have to understand these toy companies are doing the best they can to stay in business. They don't have the luxury of like Hasbro to where they can like, let's make 10 million, and if they don't sell, then we'll just sell them off to Ross and Ollie's. Like they don't have that. That's not an option for them. They don't have that kind of upfront capital. So yeah, I encourage people. He also was on this other podcast that is the number of points of articulation 2 less than a Kenner figure. And he was on there with Bobby, and they did a whole conversation about how figures are produced. And I think if you want some really I'm sorry, I completely lost my train of thought because I glanced over at the chat and I saw Trevor. And I just lost it. I'm sorry.
I muted it. I'm muted. Sorry.
He can't help it. It's his step. It's his father-in-law's westerns. He has to have them turned up so he can hear them, guys. Come on. They did a really good conversation about how figures are produced, and I think it's really interesting. And if you care about that sort of thing, instead of just wanting to bitch about it, if you want to actually learn about it, there's some really good insight in that interview. Anyway, I'm sorry, we're off. Where are we? What number are we on?
We just completed 8.
Okay.
So we're back to Greg for 7.
Okay, 7 is a twofer. But I think they go together so well. Ogcha and Bungie.
Oh yeah, we'll allow it.
So much fun. So much fun. Love.
He can't be comfortable to sit on though.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little rough on the space nuts, but just a great. I mean, the textures just on the skate back Bungie are just amazing. Well done. And it's fun because they don't really tell you how to attach the saddle and the little sleeping bag thing. You got to kind of figure it out yourself. But that was fun. It was fun to do.
Greg, I've seen Bungie and have no desire to purchase it. Sell it to me.
No. Why would I do that?
No. Sell me on the idea.
Oh, I was like, why would I sell you? I love this.
No. Sell me. Pitch it to me. Why should I get this figure?
I think they look great together. I think it's like it would be a good cosmic centerpiece on your shelf. It's just eye-catching. But I think this is less amount and more of an action figure. Like his arms are the same arms as Dormu. So he moves a lot more. He's a lot more articulated. He's got a really cool saddle. I don't know. It's just a cool wasteland mount figure. He's got a little sleeping bag.
James Samudio, I was thinking the same thing. Just FYI.
What did he say?
His nuts are in his knees.
Right. Exactly.
Hey, you know what? That's so
from
funny.
Star Trek Undiscovered Country, where he kicks the big alien in the knees, and that's where its nuts are.
That's so funny that got brought up, because literally my wife reminded me of that scene like one night this past week. She brought that up.
The only thing is his legs are his arms, so sometimes they'll bend a little bit while Ogcha's on him. But I don't know. I love them both together. I think they're great together. Very cool figure.
Nice.
That's my number
Very
7.
cool.
Number 7.
Sticking with aliens, I'm going to go to the new Zoom rig Alien Dad, because of course this is not Omni-Man. This is
it's not.
That's right.
My alien dad. But it's Omni-Man, and it's fantastic. Like, this figure is Mafex quality all day. Like this, And I got in when this first was announced. I think it was like $65. Now it's like 145. 145 is steep, but for 65, dude, this thing is well worth it. This is a $120 figure all day long. 145 is starting to get up there, but this thing is great. The articulation's awesome. The different face sculpts are great. Yeah, this thing is badass. So, in fact, if you want to see more on this, you can go to Badass Reviews, and they've got an awesome review up of this, breaking it down. So,
I love Omni
what made the price jump so drastic?
I don't know. So it's like the only place that I've seen it sold is on AliExpress. When it first came out, there was a bunch of different companies that had it for sale for like 65 to 70. And then once it started getting in hands, I don't know if it's just because it like zoomed up in popularity or whatever. But now it's like 145 at all those places. So I'm not sure what happened, but it is fantastic figure. I know Jada's supposed to be doing a Invincible line, but like this thing is as good as any Mafex I own. So
yeah, it also has the really cool thing where you can pop the arms off and then put the crossed arms on.
Yeah.
Like that looks so dope.
Mm.
All right. My number 8 is we're also going to be sticking with this sort of spacey kind of theme, futuristic, and that is going to be insert any Acid Rain Novark from Fex Tabi figure. I just happened to go with Skull Welder, and I kind of changed my Skull Welder up because he does sort of come with, I think he comes with like a sniper rifle, if I'm not mistaken. But I kind of thought he looked better like being a heavy machine gunner, so I give him the big Gatling gun that they have, and he has like this sort of like radar thing going on. I love the head sculpt. Oh man, like this Acid Rain 1/12 scale figure line is just insane. It's so good. So literally I could have grabbed anyone, but this happens to be my favorite Skull Welder. So yeah, number 8 on my list. That's it.
Beauty.
All right, let's see. Number 7, Greg.
No, wait, that was 7. We're at
6. That was 7. Oh, sorry, my bad. 7.
Yep. We're at 6.
Yep. Number 6.
You're muted, Greg.
Still hear that damn chair though.
You know what? I'll oil it up today. Yeah, it annoys me. It annoys me. I don't like hearing it. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just messing. Just messing. There's a lot of figures to choose from. Mark and I were at ZoloCon this year, and the Operation Monster Force Big Bad Workshop had a metric ton of great new figures, and so there was a lot to choose from. Mark had picked a few up. Okay, these are great, and so I followed your suit and picked up this Secret Agent, and I loved him. I brought him with me to MuskyCon, and people were like, "What is that? What is that?" And
I was one of those people.
I just love this figure. He comes with so much. He comes with like a briefcase with all kinds of stuff in it, but just this cool. Anyone that holds their cigarette like that, like like you're the shit, dude. You hold your cigarette like you're just so cool that you don't care. Like, but it's just a great figure, dude. I love where they're going with their stuff. Their figures are great, and they're not hard to get. I mean, they do sell out, but there's plenty of opportunity to pick these guys up. There is pre-orders and stuff like that, and so.
Yeah, I'm going to be messing around with. I've already opened this guy and reviewed him, but I'm going to be messing around with their Soldiers of Fortune Saboteur figure today, and I'm going to be popping on some of the Joe Fest exclusive Fuzzy Force heads that they put out.
I hope they sell those. I want those so bad.
Have you seen these, Curtis? The Fuzzy Force. So what they are the old school like G.I. Joe Action Man, and they're all flocked. So
okay.
So you've got over here is Seamus. Here you got the porn star. This is the pool cleaner. This is Tropic Thunder. And I don't know this guy. I don't know Action Joe. I don't know what their names are. I'm just giving them names. But yeah, these are all like kind of flocked. And a buddy of mine picked these up at Joe Fest, and he was like, "These must be like some sort of secret drop. I have not seen these before." I go, "Yeah, I've not seen them either." $30. It's a little pricey, but they've got flocked
Not
hair.
really.
So
Not when you think.
I think it's.
I mean, if you get a custom head painted from somebody, you're gonna pay $30 for one head.
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
you know,
Yeah.
you just got to put it in
So
perspective.
between this guy and then the Agent Omega, who also has kind of like an old school retro outfit, I'm going to be doing some popping and swapping this afternoon with those while the kids are in the pool.
Very cool figure, Greg.
Yep, it's a good one.
Yeah, man, that's a dope
dig
one.
it.
I like that.
I
a lot.
dig it. That's
Beauty.
my number 6.
For my number 6, it's my only mythic on the list. I tried to get, I put my own rules on myself. This is not anything from Mark or Greg, but I try to do 10 different toy companies, kind of spread the love out and stuff, or 10 different toy lines, because I did Cosmic already. And so my mythic, there are figures that I like better than this. There are figures that I bought more of than this. But this, to me, when you look back on what was delivered this year, I think this is the figure that people are going to look at and go, that was pretty fucking impressive. And that is Bodvar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Just the amount of detail that's in this, the fact that you can have it standing up on 2 legs, you can have it on all 4s, you have the big growling head, you've got the more passive looking head. This thing, I got what's her name on here? I can't even think of her name. That chick. But yeah, this thing is just really impressive what they did to put this out. So, the dwarves, I think I enjoy better. Stapular is awesome, but like I said, I think this is the most impressive thing they're going to put out all year. So,
the only reason that did not make my list is because I bought it and it's still on my floor in a box. I've never opened it.
You silly goose.
You know what? I think my problem is that I've run out of space for mythics. And so like I've got a lot of cosmics and mythics that I haven't opened. And I think what I need to do is I need to purge my 4 Horsemen collection. I need to go through and then find some to move on to rehome.
So what has happened to me twice now is that I've watched a Sunday episode of New to Mythics Live with Greg, where he's talked to people about their toy collection and running out of room and stuff. And every time that happens, I have to sell a bunch of my shit. Like I'll watch it and they'll be talking about putting these catered collections together and purging things and all this and that. And as soon as it happens, I go, yeah, I need to get rid of this and get rid of that. And I start selling a bunch of shit, and then I'll be fine for a while. And then I'll see another one of his episodes and I'll do it again. So yeah, I'm getting to that point where I need another Schmerber New to Mythics Live that tells me I need to sell my shit.
We can do that. I can arrange
So that's awesome, because that's sort of like we enable each other to buy stuff, but
yeah,
we can enable each other to sell stuff.
Yeah, it goes both ways. Yeah.
We don't need doubles and triples of things.
Exactly.
Or do we?
All right, back to you, Mark. Number 6.
Okay, number 6. Man, this is, I think we can safely put blockies in the action figure arena. Now we can put that in the action figure category. They are just so awesome. And I have not gone down the blockies rabbit hole the way that some of my friends have. But I did have to get this guy, and it is their larger, I don't know what collection this is, so I don't know what to call it, but their old school G1
that's the
Soundwave
action class. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it's called.
The chest opens. It's got Ravage in there, the little Ravage cassette. You get to build, Frenzy or Rumble, whichever one. It's the blue one, whichever one you guys want to argue about what it's called. He's got a little laser beak that sits on his arm. Like, this thing is just so incredibly engineered, and like you've got double joints, and this is literally one of the best Soundwave figures that I own. And it's perfection all the way around. It lights up. It's got sound effects. And the thing was I want to say it was $45. Like, again, it's just like such a good value. I mean, yeah, it took me 2 nights to build it, but still, I mean, it's so much fun. And yeah, so I'm definitely putting the blockies, whichever class the Soundwave is, pretty fantastic.
There you go.
I do love Soundwave. It is a great figure.
5 down.
A character.
5 to go.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody want to update us so far in the chat? Who's got the official count going?
I feel like there's only 4 people actually like interacting with our show. Is that me? Or
a lot of people are traveling. It's 4th of July, man.
Odds are Schmerber's doing another show at the same time somewhere. So
that could be
probably
alternate me.
Half of our audience is
I'm just leaving it running. I'm just leaving it running. I'll be back. That's why I leave the I go back and then hey guys, welcome back to the
He's got New to Mythics running live right now. It's just playing sound effects of gun smoke.
Yes. And squeaky chair. Yes, to both. This could be my number one, and it maybe it will be if I do another show. I'm in love with this character. Like this figure. Where's Mike? Mike Casper is not here, but man, Scapular version 2 is just it's a dream. It is just the coolest damn. I love the first version, and this one is just so detailed. The pauldrons, all the junk that comes on his belts and stuff, and I mean, look at the faces on his. I mean, it's just so much good stuff, man. So much good stuff.
Great figure.
I love this figure. So, yeah, this is my number 5, but it could have been number 1. For me, like I think we all kind of, some of it's nostalgia, some of it's just a cool, like a lot of these maybe could be interchanged, but I kind of my picks are just based off of if I'm obsessed with the figure, like if I pick it up and play with it and I keep it nearby and I'm just keep looking at it, then that's going to be a high on my list kind of figure. So this is one that's going to be hard to beat in the future for great figure. This could be figure of the year. At the end of the year, I might go back and be like, okay, this guy is hard to beat. I think this guy is still
he's pretty freaking low. Like you don't even have the Amir parts on him there. Like there's two, the whole different look, and that soft good is amazing, and that big collar piece, and I mean it's a loaded figure for sure. It is very similar to what Enoch was in terms of the amount that you're getting for the money. So
yeah, it's almost like you're either going to play doll and take it apart and put this on and that on, or you're going to buy multiples just so you can have the different looks. And that's kind of what I'm going to do. I had Brett sent me a few Enoch arms and legs, so I'm going to put the Enoch arms and legs on a different scapular and just make them a little bit, less bony, more meaty.
Very good. My number 5, I really thought was going to be higher than this, even at the end of the year. But midway through the year, there's some bangers. But this thing is great. It definitely could have been somebody's number 1. And it is the bulletproof vest from Big Bad Workshop. Cops and Crooks, dude, I am all in. Whatever they give us, I'm buying all of these. In this first one, like the trench coat is great. The little briefcase. I didn't even know that there was this, badge holding hand, which is just freaking cool. The likeness from the cartoon and representative of the toy. They just did a great job. Even the base, like just the logo and stuff on the base. Really cool looking. They did a great job on this, and I can't wait to see what other figures that they do. So, but yeah, that's my number 5 is bulletproof vest.
Yeah, that's a fantastic figure.
Welcome, Chris.
One I think may make my top 10, but didn't make my top 10 already. Like, and maybe at the end of the year he may be on there, but he's not on my list. But I know there are a few that are on my top 10 right now that I know that won't last until the end of the year. It's not going to happen. But not to double dip, but I do have a second Harbinger Studios Savage Crucible figure on my list, and it's notably higher than Elric because it's more of what I love about archetypal characters, and that is the Zolocon exclusive Brynjar first drop Brynjar Veil. This Lynx figure is just, I mean, first of all, even if you're not into like cat people, just head to toe, the armor is fantastic. And the quilted like armor underneath, and just, I mean, you could take the fur parts off and have like a beautiful armor set for like a Conan custom. But look at that. You've got a Lynx with a ponytail. He's got the Curtis Ackerman haircut going on here in the back. The mouth is articulated, so the jaw opens and closes. This is just an absolute banger of a beautiful figure. The pack out was great. Everything that come with it was so good. So yeah, this would were it not for Elric, this guy still would have been on my list. But Elric was just like, man, that figure's great too. But I would much rather have I'm more into barbaric cat warriors. Look at that guy, so good. That's my number 5.
4 left to go.
It's a good figure for sure. Number 4, I guarantee is not on anyone else's list. Love the character. What?
I said building suspense.
Yes, I love this character. It's my favorite anime, and yeah. So this is Mondo. They did a Spike Spiegel, and he also has a cigarette. I guess I'm a sucker for characters with the cigarette.
Yeah, you love the cigarette.
I do. But yeah, Mondo made. Look how long those legs are.
Yeah, those are skinny.
Came with a ton of accessories, but I dig the trench coat and
that's all good piece. Is nice.
Yeah, it's a nice. Even
that's also going to be our only 1/6 scale figure on the.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
I almost put that Vader Hot Toys figure in here, but it's just like that's almost $400, man. Like, how can you compete? You know?
Yeah, but I love this guy. Great figure. That's
who makes this one?
This is Mondo.
Mondo, gotcha.
It's my number 4. All 4.
Right. My number 4. I've been singing praises of this company for better part of a year now. And I just think for the $1, I don't think you can get a better figure. And this one is the Superior Friend, I believe. No, Scarlet Friend. There's also a Scarlet Neighbor, but this is the Scarlet Friend with the soft goods, mess toys. Dude, I'm telling you, for $35 on AliExpress, mess toy Spider-Man, I don't think you can get any better. They've got 4 different ones out right now. They also did just put out a Venom that looks fantastic. I haven't picked that one up yet, but these things are great. This one's got the extra soft goods as well, which is why I kind of put this above the other ones. But
looks fun. Looks like
a fun
figure.
It is so good. They're so articulated, and yeah, it's just fantastic. So, Mess Toys, Scarlet Friend.
Yeah, that's
definitely
really
not Spider-Man.
Cool. The hood's wired, right?
Yeah, it's got a wire around the outside. Yeah, so yeah, so very cool stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. My number 4, I also think is probably not on anybody's list, but I did want to address Dokes Dios when he said, I want to be all in on Savage Crucible. I just feel like they discount other companies and they have sarcastic comments about other companies. I think that might be more their fans than the employees. Not to defend them a little too much. I don't know. I try to stay neutral about all this stuff, but I know, like, I've kind of seen them kind of go out of their way as a company to they kind of welcome the community of collecting. They kind of welcome other toy companies, and they kind of feel like competition is good. So I don't know, I kind of feel like that. I would rather not conflate their fans with the company itself, or put the two together, because sometimes and hey, look, I probably own more Mythic Legions than any other toy out there. But, sometimes there are people in the cabal that get a little, cultish. We protect it a little too much sometimes.
Just to kind of retort just slightly, I don't think they intentionally do what he's saying, and I don't think they ever intentionally did that. But when they first came out, some of the things that they did to talk up their toy line indirectly put down other toy lines, and it made it appear as if they were trashing these other toy lines. Now, that is old news. That is old beef. It's been squashed. I have not heard anything. What he's saying here, I have not seen that from the company in 2 years, right? I still see it from some of the fans, like you said, but I haven't seen it from the company in 2 years. But initially, there was definitely some beef. Yeah. Beef has been squashed. I think it's now time for the fans to catch up to the companies and just realize that everybody can coexist in this space. So.
Yeah, I think it's always going to be the fans. Like I work at a major university in the state of Florida, and there are 2 major universities in the state of Florida, some would argue 3, that beef constantly. The fans, they just can't seem to get along, especially the football fans. But the 2 universities themselves get along famously. They have joint ventures, they have joint programs, they have joint endeavors that they're working on to make the state and the world a better place as far as like water purification. That there's like a big water plant that our 2 universities are working on together to make the water treatment system for the entire state better. And so the 2 universities get along great and have a wonderful working relationship, but the fans will never see eye to eye. And I kind of use that, like I have that perspective on pretty much everything. I mean, it's always going to be like that, right? Like the companies may get along to some degree, but the fans are not ever going to get along. So, but
I think if that's the case, you're also missing out. Like if you're somebody that appreciates cool stuff, right? Like, if you're like I'm obviously in the Cabal, I'm an admin in the Cabal, but I'm also on the Savage Crucible fan board, right? There's some amazing customs going on over there. There's some amazing photography going on over there. So if you're limiting yourself, you're cutting out some creative people that you might get to know, some artists that you may get to see their work and go, wow, that's impressive. So I would just encourage people to be a little open-minded, we can all listen, me and Schmerber, we love each other, right? But every now and then me and Schmerber butt heads, and that's fine. You can butt heads because we're passionate folks, right?
Yes.
But then you talk it out, you work through it, and you interlock toes and you move on.
Exactly. At the end of the day, I still love you, man. You're my boy.
If we could all be more like Doak, I mean, I gotta say, like, if I could be off social media completely, I would, man. If I didn't have to promote the show, oh man, I don't think I'd have Instagram. And if I didn't have to help out with my son's high school band, I wouldn't have Facebook. I mean, it's just, like, unfortunately, it's
there's pluses and minuses. I mean, it like for somebody like me that doesn't have a single collector around me, like, social media is how I get to see all the creative, cool stuff. I get to talk to people. I get to hang out. I get, we get to remember people like we were talking about in the Legendarium group. So there's pluses, there's minuses for sure, but definitely don't get pulled into the mud and the, roll
absolutely,
all that kind of stuff.
To me, it's a community, and I look at it as I don't like silos of communities. I like for us to all be a community. And if somebody didn't buy one particular product because they didn't like the way that the owner did stuff, if that was the case, I wouldn't own any Action Force figures. But and then I'd be missing out, because that's a great toy line, and it's great for popping and swapping. It's great for customization. It's they're doing really good stuff. They make good figures. But yeah, it is how it is. So I try to bring people together instead of pull people apart. What are we on? Number 4? I don't think my number 4 is going to be on anybody else's list either. I think we're getting into some the meat of the list here, and mine is going to be the Chaos Toys Dark Knight. Or actually, it's called the Dark Vigilante because it's definitely not Batman.
No,
and I just absolutely love this figure. Speaking of Action Force, this weapon actually came from one of their weapon build, one of the weapons packs, because he doesn't come with the rifle, and it's not exactly what Batman used, but it's pretty close. I love this body. If you are familiar with Chaos Toys, their first figure was called the it was like the American Defender, U.S. Defender or something like that, but it was Superman from the Dark Knight. I passed on it. Thankfully, they're doing a second run, and I've got one pre-ordered, but this guy just moves so well for like a big bulky figure. And the cloth outfit, which I used to not be a big fan of, he comes with two wonderful capes, one for draping, and this thing is massive. This is a huge cape. Let me see if I can grab just like one corner of it.
Wow.
I mean, that's just half of it. This one's great for draping. It's got two different textures, one on the outside, one on the inside. And then he has a completely different cape that's wired, that's just as big for like great posing. The paint is phenomenal. He comes with an unmasked head. I don't know if you can see that head, but they make great heads. Man, it's just a phenomenal Dark Knight Returns Batman figure, which I'm a huge fan of. He does have the little pistol down there on his ankle. Yeah, it's just so good. Love that guy. Can't wait to get the National Defender and then whoever else they make next. I'm all for it. So number 4.
Very cool. Top 3, folks.
Getting
dirty, getting nitty gritty.
Man, coming down to it. My number 3 could have been number 1, but this character, this book series, literally saved my teenage years. It kept me sane. Will always be grateful to Michael Moorcock for writing the Elric series. We already talked ad nauseum about availability and all that stuff. I don't really care about that. I just am grateful that we have the figure.
Greg's like, I got one. Fuck you guys.
Yes, I'm just so grateful. I actually screwed up and did not pre-order, so I freaked out. Thankfully, I jumped on Big Bad Toy Store, and it wasn't because I didn't want to deal with Harbinger. I've pre-ordered. I kickstarted their stuff. I just forgot, and before I knew it, the window was gone. So. If you can get your hands on one, don't pay scalper prices unless you have to. My stepson was like, "Man, I really want one. Is $170 plus shipping too much?" I'm like, "Yes, just be patient.
Wow.
Just wait. You will get one eventually. You will find one." But if this is a indication of future knights and armored figures from Harbinger, they're on track. It's a new studio. Sometimes we forget, but this figure is phenomenal. I hope and pray that we get some Elric and other gear. He wore the dragon armor like very briefly. I get why they chose this, but I hope to see him in some maybe some soft goods. He wore kilts, he wore breeches, he wore chest armor and stuff like that. So very cool, great figure if you can get your hands on it. It is a phenomenal figure. Eric Miller, open it. You will not be disappointed. Heat the heck out of it, though, because he is very tight. Very tight. But phenomenal figure. That's my number 3.
So my number 3 is from Mezco, and I'm not normally a big Mezco guy. The stuff that has like, spandex suits and, kind of looks pajama-y, that doesn't really do much for me. But when they have a figure that is soft goods and armor over top of it, kind of layered, I think they are second to none when it comes to those types of figures. I've got like a Cable from them. I've got a Bishop from them where it has, soft parts, but then it's got armor on top and knee pads and things like that. Those kind of characters, I think they do really well with. And this is one of those, and it is the Red Hood figure from them. And dude, they crush this. Like the pants, the armor overlays, the guns, the holsters, this leather jacket.
Yeah.
This thing is just fantastic. And I was a little nervous on this one because I ordered it but then the card that I had ordered it with, by the time it went to process, like the expiration date hit on that card, and they sent me a new one. And so when they went to go process it, it wouldn't go through because I had a new expiration date and a new, like, the 3-digit code on the back. And so I went to update it, but they had already tried to process the order, and I was worried I wasn't going to get it, but it went through, and I got this thing, and it's fantastic, man. They absolutely just crush this thing. It is beautiful. So
yeah, their soft goods are amazing.
Yeah. Like I said, the stretchy, stretchy suits and stuff, I'm not a huge fan of, but like this stuff, like leather and like the cloth pant, like look at those pants. That is just, yeah. Great job. Great job, Mezco. Back to you, Mark. Number 3.
All right. Hang on 1 second.
Heat the hole, not the pole. Is that a lesson for life?
Yeah. That's what I do. Yeah. Can't remember who said that in the cabal, but I heard it. It makes me happy. I did not realize that subconsciously I was building a tribute to Conan on my toy shelf, because I just buy so many Conans and didn't know that. Dang, I buy a lot of Conans. Just didn't even think about it until one day.
He's worth it.
But yeah, he's he's like the archetypal, like, barbarian, half sword, will travel. I love the concept. It's very simple. He punches monsters. I don't need anything more complicated than that. So I love my Conan figures. I buy a lot. Thankfully, we're eating good, Conan fans, because everybody and their mom are putting out Conan figures these days. And I have bought a lot this year. I have bought a lot of Conan specific figures this year. But I do think there's one that sort of has risen to the top of the pile, and that is the Icon Collectibles. Is it Icon Heroes? Is it Icon Heroes? Icon Collectibles? I can't remember. Their Conan of the black. I forgot the name of the comic that it was based on. Somebody in the comics can tell me. Black Tower, Black Spire. I can't remember. No, Black Spire's Star Wars. But anyway, this is their Conan. I think it is the definitive. Yeah, he also punches camels. That's right. I think this is the definitive Conan. If my house was on fire and I can only grab one and take with me, it would be this Conan. I think he just he has the perfect look, the articulation, same designer like Eamon Donahue, who does the Frazetta girls, but on this one they do some things a little different.
Is that the one that Heinrich broke and hates that company now?
Yeah, okay. And a local friend of mine got this one as well, and it broke the same thing, but on the other side. I think it was the shoulder joint. And I saw a couple of people online had the exact same problem. So it was a systemic problem that they're going to have to address. Thankfully, I didn't get one of those. Mine hasn't broken. It works perfectly fine and articulates perfectly fine. I just got the Frazetta Girls John Carter. Can't wait to open it and review it next week, but it may end up on my top 10 of the year. I'm not sure, but I could only fit one Conan, and this was the one that was going to do it for me. So that's my number 3.
Nice. That's the only Conan I didn't get, and I'm kind of like, I kind of want that one.
Oh man, sorry,
buddy. Where'd you get it from? Big Bad or somewhere else?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'll have to find out.
Oh, it's my turn. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
I was just looking at Mark. I was just like, Okay, number 2. Literally have been obsessed with since I got it. Trevor brought one to ZoloCon for us to play with. I had noticed that figure when Dorklair did a review on it. That's Fext Hobby. The one that Trevor brought was Novark, which is the reddish one. Really cool robot, Acid Rain. But my favorite is the Proteus figure. Doesn't come with these guns. I had to put some different guns The guns, I would say, that come with the figure are kind of weak, but these are just so much fun, dude. They articulate really well. Just a great figure. Love these guys. Acid Rain, Vexed Hobby. This is Proteus. This is my number 2. Obsessed with this toy line. Can't wait to get more. And yeah, I recommend it. I recommend this line. A lot of fun. Mark did a review. You done a couple reviews, haven't you?
Yeah, I did. I actually bought these out of order, so I got wave 1.5 first, which was Valerius, and the Novark Escort L, which is the red version of that, and then I got in all 4 of the wave 1.
This is the Novark
as well.
one.
I put the link in the chat. I don't know why it split it up into 2 comments, but that Icon Collectibles, I got it from Big Bad Toy Store. It's still in stock, $90.
Okay. Thanks, Mark.
So anybody wanting it, you can still get it, but it does look like it broke my link into 2.
I think it's a character limit.
Yeah, sorry, that link's probably not going to help you guys then.
I haven't picked up
smoke them
any
if
of
you
those.
got them. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Have at it.
I was just going to say, what you're thinking of is Eamon Donahue also designed that Conan, but that Conan came out from Frazetta Girls, and I do have both of those, both the American and Japanese versions.
Yeah, those are icons. I think those are icons.
Phenomenal.
Icons, yeah.
They're both really, really good. I think you really only need one. I mean, it's only one comes with a helmet and that the other one doesn't, and then one comes with a sword that the other one doesn't. But other than that, they're both fantastic. I've put a pair of pants on mine, so mine look a little different, but yeah, they're both great. You can't really go wrong.
I was just going to say on those Acid Rain, like I don't own any of those, but the ones that are more like the android or robot ones, like I think those are so cool. And you know, we've got a new cosmic wave coming up next week. That's what I want to see from Legion.
Yes.
Like your bungees robots and your Ugchas and all that kind of like all the alien stuff. I know Eric digs that, and that's cool. I need some cybernetic parts.
Yes.
I need some robots.
Yes.
I need some robot arms and legs and
what this guy is saying. I'm with you.
Whatever.
Cybernetic. Give me the robots,
Dude.
Cybernetic, all that crap.
Yeah,
all
I want
of
a bunch of that
Let
stuff.
me have it.
So
lay it on.
But yeah, that Acid Rain stuff, you're enabling me because
it's a blast. I recommend it. I think Mark had a link, or he was saying that the whole wave is available on Big Bad Toy Store for like $140.
Oh wow.
And you could sell the ones that you're not interested in probably for like $50-$60 each. Maybe Steve would even buy those from you, Steve Mank. But the robots, these are the ones that I'm obsessed with, is the 2 robots. I'm like you, Curtis.
Yeah, they're
just
cool looking.
Just so much fun. They've got kind of, Mark, you said like The Creator, that movie The Creator. They move really well.
I want even like for Cosmic, I want like little droids and stuff.
Yes.
Like little companion robots and things like
I'm with you.
My number 3 through 10 probably could have moved around. 3 could have been 10 and 10 could have been 3 or whatever. When it gets to my number 1 and 2, they are 100% my 1 and 2. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was saying that this guy's Osiris has it. The Conan I showed was the Heroic Signatures Battle of the Blackstone. Yep, that's 100% it. And just to let you guys know, the 4-pack of Acid Rain is sold out on Big Bad Toy Store, but I think you can still get them from the Chosen Prime. Just forewarn you, Chosen Prime charges you shipping on every item you own. You order.
So my number 2, courtesy of our good friend Andy the Collector, who I think we need to send a wellness check out on because Mark's been beating him down the last few weeks, not letting him, win at trivia. And then I haven't seen him in the chat. So I like if we could send out just throw out some flares or something. But Andy was in Eternia Dreams there nearby his house and saw a figure that I was looking for. I've been desperately looking for. It was able to help me, work with them to acquire. And it is my number 2, and it is the Mondo Buzz Off. And this thing is beautiful. I passed on this because when this was solicited, they were getting ready to do the 1/12 scale, and they hadn't announced prices yet. and I didn't know if I was going to try to do that, and if so, I was going to have to try to split between the 1/12 Mondo and the 1/6 Mondo. When the pricing came out on it, I was like, you know what? For the pricing of the 1/12, it looks great, but I think I'm just going to stick to 1/6, and that means I can get more characters that I normally wouldn't have gotten. And this kind of fell within that. So this is a character I probably wouldn't have gotten if I was in on the 1/12. But since I stayed with the 1/6, I was able to get it. And man, this thing is just beautiful. They did such an amazing job with this thing. I love on their 1/6 scale how they take design elements from Filmation, from the mini comics, from 2000X, but then they put their own Mondo spin on it. So it's not the same as any one version that you've seen in the past. It's their version, and I think they just do a great job. This thing is just kick ass. So yeah.
I want that figure, but I mean, I'm like, nah, I can't. But every time I go to Brian Carr's house, I like look at that figure specifically. So I'm like, it is so good.
Well, and the great thing on this thing was it was going for like $400, $500. And I got it from Attorney of Dreams at pretty much the price that it was when it came out originally. It was open, but everything was there. It was complete. And yeah, I got it for that original price. So thank you, Attorney of Dreams. Thank you to Andy. Love having this thing in my collection. So
yeah. So Greg, you didn't have the only 1/6 scale figure. I guess I should have put the Hot Toys Anakin
next
Vader.
time.
He would have been mine. What you just said about how Mondo for their 1/6 scale line takes influences from all these different places and then kind of puts it in this Mondo filter, and then you get this amazing ass figure. That's exactly what they're doing with their Ninja Turtle line. And I promise you, I do not need a 1/6 scale Ninja Turtle line, but I have the two pre-ordered already that they've put out, Donnie and Leo. They are insane. So not only have they borrowed from all of these different sources to make these Ninja Turtles, it's almost like every time another company comes out and says, hey, we're getting, because Playmates must just hand that out for peanuts, that license. So all these companies are making Ninja Turtle toys and everybody puts their own spin on it, but nobody has put a spin on it like Mondo. Like they look like updated, modern, classic Ninja Turtles. And everything, all the little storytelling bits all over their body just look absolutely perfect. Like everything they do, I'm just like, yeah, it looks incredible. And I could not stop myself from pre-ordering those ones. I don't need them. I do not need 4 1/6 scale Ninja Turtles, but here we are. Hey, buddy, he must be catching us between his double header today. I know he's got 2 movies going on. He saw Toy Story 5. We saw it yesterday. It's incredible.
Oh, nice. I've heard it's a tearjerker.
Let me tell you, we've watched all 4 of the Toy Story movies this week or over the last week and a half with my daughter because she's seen bits and pieces here and there. But we wanted to sit down so she could get the full story all the way through. And I have to tell you, 1 is by far a perfect movie. It is a perfect story beginning to end. You can't touch it. 2 is great. 3 is better. 4 is better. 5 is better. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they keep none of these sequels for Toy Story feel unnecessary or unwarranted or tacked on. They feel essential.
It's not just a money grab. It's not just they're doing it because the name brand will bring people in. They're actually putting the effort into making a good movie. Yeah.
Well, like I can even hear the argument that it is a money grab, because if you think back to where the companies were when they made Toy Story 3, it was Pixar had been broken away from Disney and they were making their own decisions and they didn't have that oversight anymore. And they put an end to Toy Story. Toy Story 3 is the ending of the story. Like it's done. It's Bonnie has the figures and we're done. But then Disney buys Pixar and says, now you guys can remain autonomous. We'll just make suggestions. And Lasseter went to that. He's on the board of Disney now. So or was, I don't know. He got some trouble. So I don't know. But anyway, at some point Disney said we need more Buzz and Woody, and Pixar caved, and they did Toy Story 4, and now they've done 5, and they do not feel like they're just tacked on. They feel super essential to the mythos in this world. And I don't know if there are, outside of trilogies or Star Wars that's made to work together like that, outside of those types of films, I don't know if there's another film series that has the storytelling success as Toy Story. They're so good. I don't know. I'm just overwhelmed with Toy Storyness this week, but it's so good. I hope you guys are enjoying it.
We do our shooting the shelf on Sunday night, me and Jesse, and at the beginning we do our shelf selections where we pull up pictures from Instagram from folks. And I had one a few weeks ago that was this lady. She does photography, but it's not typically toy photography. It's like outdoor photography or photography of models and things like that. But she was doing one because her son was graduating. And she did this picture where he's kind of walking away and just like looking over his shoulder. And she's got all the Toy Story figures like lined up, waving to him. And she's like bawling, like just freaking broken down. And like he has to like stop and turn around and come back and give her a hug and stuff. I'm like getting teary eyed just thinking about it. But in the, like, she's got a bunch of the pictures from the thing and alive on it. And then the last picture is like her son, like is like 4 years old, like in bed, like hugging his stuffed Woody and Buzz and stuff. And it's like, shut up, just shut up, man. Like,
yeah,
like well, it's like to see this, what you're talking about, this span of movies, to have your kid grow up in this time period and stuff, and go through kind of what the kids in those movies that are growing out of the toys and stuff, like having them go through that as that goes on, that's got to be like a super emotional thing, And
ours went like this yesterday, and I'm going to try not to cry. My son's 15. We got him Buzz and Woody when he was a baby. And on the Woody, we also got him a Rex and a Jessie when Toy Story 2 came out. So on Jessie, well, on all of them, we wrote Zachary on the boot and on Buzz's foot and on Jessie's boot. So yesterday, after seeing, the night before, we're getting ready to go see Toy Story 5 the next day. My wife says we should go out to the garage and find that old toy box because I think that's where they are. So we go out there and we find them. Jessie's at the bottom of it. And Maddie pulls out Jessie. So this is Maddie's first time. She's 7. So she pulls Jessie out and she looks on the bottom of the boot and it says Zachary.
Yeah.
It was the passing of the torch. And then she took Jessie to the theater with her yesterday, and then all the errands ran. She had her with her the whole time. It was man, it's incredible. All right, let's move on.
I try not to get emotional about that stuff. I was the kind of guy that I'm like trying to kick my kids out of my house so I can get more room for my toys. But some of that stuff, man, it hits you right in the feels. So
yeah. And 5 is particularly good because it's about how technology has forced kids to grow up too fast, and they're skipping action figures altogether.
Yeah.
They're going from toddler toys to screens, and they're skipping toys, and kids are not playing, and their imagination is being sucked away. The imagination is gone because you're not imagining anything. You're reacting to what the screen. That's all what 5 is. That's all of Toy Story 5 is that Bonnie gets an iPad instead of toys, and now all of her friends are in chat groups, and she still wants to play with toys, and her trying to find a friend who wants to play with toys. It's what we go through now. It's like we're now older people trying to reconnect with people who had the same childhoods that we did. And 5 is very relevant to adult male collectors, by the way. Let me just say that.
Eric, Mark's aware it's a work in progress. But yes, we are aware that there's some ads going on. So
I won't do it again, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry. Won't do it again. Okay. Where are we?
You are at number 2, and then we've all got number
2.
1. Yep.
Okay. You want to call him Anton. You want to call him Caven. You can call him Chris. You can call him whatever you want. But the Exiles Under the Mountain 2-pack, Dwarven 2-pack, the male dwarf. Now, this is the head, I believe, that came in the all-in if you pre-ordered it, or no, this is the retail.
That is
version.
the retailer version of
Yeah.
that same head. Yes.
Because I did not do the all-in from Four Horsemen. I bought this secondarily, but I love this head on this body. I've put together like a custom dwarf that kind of goes along with this guy, but I love my dwarves, and I think this is the hands down the best dwarf they have ever made. The parts, the pieces, man, the way that Greg has 7 of Dagna, I could have 7 or 8 or 10 of this guy. He's the only one I want to army build, and I don't army build.
Great new parts for dwarves.
Yeah, I mean, that parts library had been getting a little stale because they've been using the same dwarf parts since the beginning of the line. But yeah, these new parts are fantastic. And if I had to pick, I for my mythic, I put in Bodvar, but if I had to pick a figure or like a purchase that you would say, like, what is your favorite purchase that you got in, it would definitely be the Exiles. Like, they are so good.
So good.
I just had to acknowledge Bodvar because of the amount of work and everything that went into it. But man, that Exiles pack is the most fun thing that you can open from the Horseman this year.
I mean, he comes with this head, which is fantastic. I don't know why my camera is not wanting to focus in.
And that one goes really well with the cloak that comes with it too.
I've been throwing this head on there to have like a little undead. Let's see here. Of course, I've been throwing like this head on there as well. I kind of keep a bunch of these on my desk. Here's the helmet that he actually comes with, which is also really dope. I love this. And then this is kind of a dwarf that I kind of put together and painted up to kind of go along with him. And man, I can't, this guy won't leave my desk. He just stays on my desk. So I knew that he was going to stand in and represent the 4-H, mythic line as a whole. But yes, that's my number 2.
Fun factor, definitely.
Through the roof.
Through the roof.
We are at number 1, folks.
Number 1. I when this figure was announced or revealed, when I saw it, I'm like, yes, I want that. I drove 12 hours to get it. There was some issues with scalpers selling it right away and yada yada yada, but I'm grateful that I got it. And our good buddy Eric Miller painted this guy. But Highland Warrior is my number 1 figure. I just love it. I just love everything about this figure. I think it's just a lot of fun, super cool. 3 different heads, and I thought that I would like the Magnus head, but for some reason it just doesn't sit right. I enjoy this one better. I just think it's super rad. Good job, Eric, on the painting.
They made the Father Christmas head cool.
Right. Yeah, it just fits.
I didn't think that was possible.
The beard flowing over the chest. It's just rad. I love the blue on there. Super cool. I did do a little modification on the sword. I added a ring to it, the sword and the belt. It's really easy to do. If I can do it, anyone can do it. For some reason, it should have been like scapulars. It should have been chained on there. I wish it would have been, but yeah, easy to do. And then I love the their big new claymore sword, both kind of color.
I'm gonna have to fix mine, Greg, because my dwarf, how it is chained. You see how they chained it? They chained it backwards.
Yeah,
so
you got
naturally. It only wants to hang naturally this way. I can make it go this way, but I'm bending, like it's bent right there. So I'm gonna have to like pry it apart,
get you
put it
some
back
little
on,
nippers
and then pry it back on. I just haven't done it yet.
His ass is on backwards.
Yeah, such a great figure. Yeah, this is my number 1. Eric's like, number 1 for real? Yeah, it's just it's just something that I was obsessed with. I loved it. I love the color. I just love this figure. It's my favorite mythic right now. It beat Scapular 2, which I didn't think was possible. But like I said, I drove 12 hours there and 12 hours back. I got a ticket on the way back, but it was still worth it. So yes, this is my number 1 so far.
Beautiful.
For 2020.
Yeah, that was definitely in my group of, I put like 25 figures together, and I'm like, I'm trying to narrow it down. That one easily could have made it into my top 10. Great figure. So
love it. I love it.
But there's only one number 1 for me. This is not only my number 1 for this first half of the year. This is my number one all time. My house is on fire. This is what I'm grabbing. I am so in love with this. I can't even express to you. So pre-ordered last year, came in a couple months back, and it is the Hot Toys Batman Returns Keaton
Fire.
Batman. 89 Batman. I think the suit's all right. The Returns Batman, where it's more sleek, it's less spongy. I love this look, and they crushed it, man. The Keaton likeness on this is fantastic. Yeah, the little display thing is cool. Yeah, this thing is by far my favorite. I have a huge Batman Returns Kenner collection. A lot of people have seen. It's one of my favorite nostalgia lines, and this is just a nice kind of reminds me of all of that, but amps it up into a new stratosphere. But what makes this even cooler is that it came with an amazing just Keaton head without the cowl, which I'm not going to put on here because you can't have Batman. You can't buy a Hot Toys Batman and not have it displayed as Batman. But Trevor helped me find, there was a company, I think it's called 1/6 Kit, that put out a suit so that I could have this alongside of it. So I've got
That's
Bruce
incredible.
and Batman next to each other on my shelf. And, you know, together, like I said, I would be scooping these up. I would come back for my family when my house is on fire. I would grab these first, come back for my family. But yeah, these two together, I'll see if I can hold both of these without dropping it. That would be like Greg breaking the leg off of the fridge. But yeah, these two next to each other on the shelf, it's like, dude, it
just makes you happy.
For me, it doesn't get any better than this right here. Yeah. So Mark, that's 2 1/6 scale figures for me, or actually 3,
4 total.
4 total. Yeah. So yeah.
I didn't put the Vader on there with the cape that makes the Vader head in the cape. Like I didn't, only because, well, one, I'm lazy and I'd have to get that thing down, and then 2, I was like, that thing's almost $400. Like, how can a $30 or an $80 figure compare to that? You can't. But when we're talking about our favorites, what does it matter?
Yeah. What makes you happy?
I might have the most controversial figure choice of everyone. And not only do I have that, I have it at my number 1. Because for a lot of people, this figure is complete and total garbage, and they have done nothing but trash it online. But for me, this figure I said in my review, might have just been made for one person, and that's myself. And that is the SH Figure Arts Gamerverse Spider-Man. As far as I am concerned, this is the greatest Spider-Man figure ever created. And when it comes to classic suit Spider-Man, if you don't beat this, I am no longer buying your figure. It has to meet or exceed this level. Yes, this is based on the video game character, so it's got an anime look. The thighs are thicker than it normally would be. The shade of red and blue is absolutely perfect. The blue, the spider logo on the back is perfection. That little dent is so that you can put a little tool in there and pull it off and put it on a base. The heads are great. People were complaining about the webbing not being painted. The webbing is painted, but it's just painted dark red and not black. I do not actually like black webbing on my figures. It gets really muddy. I like to be able to see blocks of red and blue and not have it muddied by blackness. The spider on the front of the chest is great. You've got matte paintwork, glossy paintwork. My biggest complaint is that the eyes, the 2 heads, are only slightly different, but I'm going to be getting some heads from Farul's store that are, they make the best third-party Spider-Man heads. The joints, this guy can get into any pose you want. And like I said before, like, this is now the gold standard, the platinum standard for classic suit Spider-Man. If you can't beat this, I'm not buying it anymore. I don't care if you're Hasbro, Mafex, Gong Studios, Mountain Toys, Cup of Coffee Toys, whatever companies come out in the future, if you can't beat that Spider-Man, I'm going to die on this hill. Somebody in the chat is like, that's the worst Spider-Man ever made. And you're not wrong. I agree with all of your points, but man, I
think the groin piece is weird to me. But other than that, I think it's cool.
It is.
Yeah, it kind of looks
you
like
got
a
a
thong.
lot of
but listen, like a thong. But but listen, we like what we like, right?
Yes.
And I will say that there's definitely some things in there that I really do enjoy. I think the chest looks great, the head looks great. I love the blue color is the right. I feel like sometimes it goes way too dark or way too light. Like it feels like they got a lot of great things on there. There's just some things that for me personally I don't like, but I can easily see how that would be somebody's favorite.
It looks a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun, and I can't stop posing it. And every time I pose it, I come up with something new that I hadn't done before. It does have this thing, whether they intended or not, to where like the front piece of thong and the back piece of thong are separate. I don't know why my camera is not automatically adjusting, but it has this little split right here. And sometimes you will pose it and the two pieces of plastic will make it split apart like that.
Oh, wow.
You can see, I don't know if they designed it like that on purpose. People complain about it, but I would rather it do that than break. Right. And it's so that you can get the legs so freaking high. But yeah, and then it will just go, then you just push it right back together. It snaps back in. It's not a problem. So like, I know it's kind of fussy. People don't like it. It's not for everybody, but it's for me. So
that's cool. That's all it needs to be.
That's what matters. Yep, that's right.
Very cool. That's it. I'm going to go ahead and say that I feel like Greg, you and Curtis tied for number one. I came in a close second.
I know Curtis.
I think we all had the number. We had the best list that we could have for ourselves.
Yeah,
there was a lot of nostalgia.
I agree.
There was a lot of personal love of different companies or different types of styles. I appreciate the fact that we had different lists, but they all make sense. So
yeah,
stuff that made us happy.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, because you look at all of us, and I think immediately, maybe not so much for me, but I think, with you guys in particular, people may look at you and go, "Oh, they're mythics all day long." But both of you, because I know you personally, I know you both collect so many other things other than mythics. Mm-hmm. And while I've got probably, I don't know, I don't have the most that I know of anybody, but 300 plus mythics. I probably have more mythics and cosmics than I do any other toy line out there, next to G.I. Joe or He-Man probably. But yeah, I mean, I collect so many different things. I don't think I could just pare it down to one toy company and remain happy.
Benny's trying to stir up trouble with you in the chat.
That's because you don't own a Mess Toys yet, Mark. They are the best Spider-Man for the buck. I own 3 Mess Toys Spider-Mans, Benny, my friend, and I agree with you. They're for the money. They're phenomenal. I mean, this guy's not cheap. I want to say I spent like 110 on this guy or 100. He's not cheap. Mercy. If you're not like, I knew going into it, I'd watched enough. I was like, that's a perfect Spider-Man for me. I knew going into it I was going to like it, which is why I spent that money. But if you didn't know a lot about it and you spent $100 on this guy and you have all the issues that people have with it, I could see why it would rub you the wrong way. No doubt about it. So, but no, I love Mess Toys.
I do love. I mean, and you and I both have talked at length about CT Toys and Mess Toys. Like, I know there's some stuff out there right now. Some people stirring up some things and saying that if you're buying these figures, you're contributing to, all this bad stuff, whatever. Listen, they're toys. You buy what you like. You have fun with it. Enjoy it. If company A wants to sue company B because they made a figure that looks like whatever, that's their business. That's not for me. I'm going to buy figures that I think are cool at the price that I think they're worth. So,
yeah. And think about this. This is, I will tell you why I feel companies like CT Toys, Mess Toys, all these third-party KO figures, why I think they're essential to the future of action figures. And it is because they are so small and they are so nimble and they are putting out high quality, fairly inexpensive stuff. What they're doing is they are nimble enough that they can try weird things when it comes to articulation that other toy companies can't afford to try. Hasbro's not going to try it. You know, Mafex and SH Figure Arts, they're pushing the limits. LPZZ or UPF, whatever you want to call them, they're starting to push the limit. But when you have these little guys that come out and say, look how we figured out a new way to do this hip joint. It may be weird on a $30 figure, but think about it. Like that may trickle up to the big guys. And eventually I mean, if it weren't for companies like that, we wouldn't have butterfly joints.
Well, I think it's going to keep them honest too. Like, you know, if I'm Mafex and, you know, I don't have CT toys around, right? I can keep jacking up the prices. Like you may have Mafex figures at $200 at this point if it wasn't for CT Toys putting out their version at a cheaper price. Like the same thing that I think Valid did for Classified, I think CT Toys does for that market in the superhero world.
For sure.
You know, it's going to keep them to where they're not going to be able to just do whatever they want and know that people are going to pay it because they need that character, because we can get it somewhere else at a cheaper price. So
100%. Like if I see SH Figure Arts come out or Mafex come out with a figure, I'm thinking I may just wait for the CT Toys. I may just wait for them to do it. Or Reveltech. I may just wait for, you know, the Mess Toys or whatever. You know, it's like, yeah, it keeps, like, we need that because these figures can't just keep going up and up and up and up and up. It's like,
yeah,
we're not infinitely, like each one of us has a breaking point, and, you know, eventually we will stop buying.
Yeah.
You know,
I can tell you, I've got like, I don't know, 6 Spider-Man in my collection now. If they were all Mafex at $120, $130 a piece, I wouldn't have that many. But because I'm getting them for $35 from Mess Toys, I mean, I've got a couple Mafex ones, but then I've got 4 Mess Toys ones. So, yeah.
100%. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed, man, 2.5 hours. This is a record. Hope you guys enjoyed this mid-year look at our top 10 figures of the year. We knew it was going to be long, and I'm really glad you guys stuck around for it. Saw a lot of new people in the chat today. That makes me super happy. Guys, we're coming up on our 100th episode. Today's episode is not numbered very specifically for that reason, because we want to do a blowout and have like a big thing and make a big deal about it. Next week, Curtis and Greg are both going to be at CarverCon in Ohio, as well as a bunch of our people in our chat are going to be there interlocking the toes. And so Omar and I will pull something together for you next week. It will not be episode 100. Episode 100 will come the week after that, and we've got some special stuff planned. Greg and I actually need to start discussing exactly what we're going to do. We're going to have some giveaways. We're going to have some special guests. But yeah, we're going to make a big deal of it. So 2 weeks celebration. Number 100 is going to be a big deal. So why don't you guys both plug like what you've got coming up this next week?
Man, a lot of it's just the normal stuff that I've got going on, all my normal shows. If people watch me, they know where to find me. So the biggest thing is come see CarverCon, see us, see Greg, myself, all the great people, vendors that are going to be there. Have a great time. If you can make it to CarverCon, come. And if you're interested in my new brushes, they will be available there. Or if you're a channel member, you can hit me up and we can figure something else out. So that's it. I'm not gonna bore you guys with
Greg. What you guys got coming up this week? New to Mythics, Legion of Kings. What's going
on? Yeah, like just to echo Curtis, CarverCon is what I'm really the most excited about. I will be on Legion Kings this Tuesday at 9:30. Jeff Evans will be there with us. We're gonna speculate on the cosmic reveal the next day, so that'll be a lot of fun. And
is that this coming Wednesday?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Yeah, Wednesday the 8th will be the reveal, so that'll be fun. And Steve the Mank will be there. Happy birthday also to Mason Mank. His birthday was yesterday, I think. What is CarverCon?
CarverCon, real quick, is a Mythic Legions sort of like cabalish focused meetup. Brian Lynn has a customizing studio called Carver Customs, I believe. He makes lights and dio pieces, and he wanted to make a con in middle of America, Midwest Ohio, to sort of fill the space of PowerCon not being there anymore. And it's probably like Curtis said at the top of the show, might be the biggest, largest, most attended space for Mythic Legions fans outside of Legions Con. And a lot of them are going to be vendors. A lot of them are going to be attending. So it's going to be a first-year toy convention in Newark, Ohio. So if you're in that area, there you go. Yeah, spell it with the K's. 2
July
K's.
11th. July
Not
11th.
Don't put 3 K's in there.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, that's why it couldn't be Carver Customs Con. It wasn't
That's
gonna
right.
work.
Yeah, we're not breaking
That would not work. No.
And for me, other than, let me see here, I still have the Skeletron G.I. Joe first drop Assault Trooper review coming up this week. The Frazetta Girls, John Carter, and figure review. But on Monday, I'm going to be dropping a hour and 45-minute interview with Rob Post of Savage Crucible. And we're going to talk all things. Half of the show is about what he's learned about making action figures. And then the last half of the show is new information about everything that they showed off at Joe Fest. They showed off a lot of new figures at Joe Fest, and he's talking about those figures. He reveals some first-time revealed information about their names, some of them, like how they fit into the story, what's coming from them between now and the end of the year, stuff they want to do next year. So if you're interested in Savage Crucible or how action figures are made, you'll want to tune in and watch that on Monday. So that's what we got going on.
Like to do one more plug if I could,
please,
for Legions magazine. If you guys haven't checked this out, this is not Mythic Legions. This is a different thing. It's put out by the Toy Mercs guys. This is issue 4. They put them out quarterly. You can get it from legionsmagazine.com, or you can now add it to your Big Bad Toy Store order. So if you're making an order through them, you can get it. And they've got Trevor 16 Shooter has a picture on the back,
nice,
as well as a little article that they have in here with an interview where they're talking to him. And
it's my favorite cosmic photo he's ever taken. I love that.
What I really love about this thing is they take toy photography from our community and from Instagram and stuff, and they put it out in a physical media. So these guys, you can see this one here is one of my favorites. It's in here with the Mezco Turtles, and you got Casey Jones there and stuff. But they take all of this. I know Steve Mank has had several pictures in here, and they put it out here in a physical media. And I think it's cool for all the different photographers in our community. It's cool just to have. Look at that. There's Greg's boy, Mir Scapular.
Awesome.
You know, so check it out. Like I said, you can get it from legionsmagazine.com. You can get it from Big Bad Toy Store, but it helps to kind of put the focus on these folks in the community. You've even got some tutorials and stuff. And who knows, maybe issue 5 has something with me in it.
Maybe.
Who knows?
You never
there we go. Now we know why he's plugging it. Now it makes sense. Man, hey guys, look, this will also help you.
Curtis's number one fan.
Exactly. Put your phone down in the bathroom. Pick this up instead.
Yes,
so this is good to have in your bathroom. You can just read some.
Yeah, there you go.
Read some words.
All right, guys. It's been a long one. Thank you guys in the chat. Thank you for everybody who's joining us brand new or maybe first time commenters. Thank you to Curtis and Greg. You guys, I love you to death. Thank you for doing this with me, and we will we'll see you next week. We'll catch you in the Toy House.
Bye,
Bye guys.
Bye.